Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in. I got y'all though. I got y'all. I got a couple of y'all. For sure, for sure. Hit that like button. Yeah, I got something. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till y'all get in here. I got something to say to a couple of y'all about that last live. If y'all missed that last live, y'all missed the classic. Let me see. No. Shout out to the chick 6000, aka the chick 1K. Hola, ¿cómo está? Oh, so what we gonna talk about? All right. Let me look at my pad. Let me see what we got here. Hit that like button on the way in. I don't went back, bro. I got so much. We got so many topics, y'all. We got so many topics. I had to write them bitches down. All right. So this is what we gonna get. Listen. This one we gonna get out of the way real quick. We gonna do because we supposed to do Julio Foolio on the last one. We gonna get this out of the way because it's gonna be real quick. Um, when Julio Foolio lost his life in Tampa, um, the authorities came out very quickly and said they're going to be making arrests and they guarantee it's going to be arrests and this and that. Well, it's done been about 2 weeks, man. Julio Foolio's body is in the ground. Then I had a funeral, all type of stuff, right? The first 48 done passed, player. The first 48 gone. You know, we watched the first 48. They say if most murders ain't solved in the first 48, then the chance of it being solved drops significantly. I don't know if the police were just talking out their ass. I don't know if they waiting. I don't know if this is important, if this is a part of a bigger investigation. But normally they don't wait to arrest murderers. You know what I mean? Like they'll wait to arrest drug dealers and shit like that. But they don't wait to arrest murderers. You know why they don't wait to arrest murderers? Because other people could lose their lives while they waiting to arrest a murderer. Um, I'm not saying I care, but it's like this. Put it this way. I'm not saying this to say, oh, I hope they hurry up and catch somebody or something like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm saying. Y'all said y'all guarantee an arrest. Y'all said that y'all said all this shit. And I'm talking about the police. Y'all got y'all sporty ass on TV and said all this shit. We ain't asked you to say all that shit. Y'all said all that shit. Y'all said shit that I rarely have heard police officers say in a press conference following a crime. Y'all guaranteed that it would be arrest. Well, it's been 2 weeks and ain't nobody in motherfucking handcuffs, man. So I don't know if y'all was talking out y'all ass or what, but it don't seem like y'all got nothing, man. Not enough to arrest a motherfucker. Cause why ain't nobody arrested? It seemed like y'all were talking out y'all ass. And these criminals is a little smarter than what y'all gave the motherfuckers credit for. Now I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Mr. Policeman. You got your sport ass on the thing and said that y'all gonna arrest somebody, y'all guarantee and all this and that there. And it's 2 weeks, Julio Foolio. Goddamn it, at this pace, they might as well have doom them bella and Chucky goddamn child's play goddamn Julio Foolio back to life in order to get some revenge. Cause y'all motherfuckers ain't putting nobody in jail. Y'all talked all that shit and ain't nobody in jail for the death of Julio Foolio. Now I ain't saying I hope you put nobody in jail. All I'm saying is you talk that shit, Mr. Policeman, and ain't nobody motherfucking jail. And it's past the first 40 motherfucking 8. That's what I'm saying. Now, all y'all had to do was not say all that shit y'all said. Y'all didn't have to get up there and be like, oh yeah, we guarantee an arrest and all that. Y'all looking like y'all just wanted to look good for the cameras. Because as this time ticking, the killer could have been in Zimbabwe by now. Ain't nobody arrested. Nobody. Talking about, oh yeah, we know they from Jacksonville. You don't know shit. Because if you knew they were from Jacksonville, then how come ain't nobody arrested? We knew the killer from Jacksonville. That's what y'all said, Mr. Policeman, on the press conference. Well, if you knew that, then how come you don't know who that is? You lying. You got up there and told lies to make it look good. Chick say voodoo, the voodoo. Hey, I don't know, but I know ain't nobody in jail. Not that I want them in jail. I'm just saying the police said something and it ain't happened, and it's past the first 48. And as far as I know, they don't wait to put murderers in jail. So that means y'all ain't got shit. And the longer it takes for y'all to put somebody in jail, is the greater chance it is that somebody's gonna get away with this crime. So Julio Foolio grandmama, you better Papa Shango Julio back to life like y'all been doing on his Instagram. Because that look like the only way y'all gonna get some goddamn justice for the death of y'all family member. Nah, man, that's all I'm saying, man. So we're gonna get on past that. So we got Julio Foolio off them. Oh, also on the back of that, ATK member Tay Shots. ATK member Tay Shots allegedly has been arrested in South Carolina for, as of right now, I don't know what he's been arrested for, but Tay Shots, ATK member Tay Shots, allegedly has been arrested in Carolina. I forgot, was it North Carolina or South Carolina? But he's an ATK member, which is Young and Ace's crew. If you've been tuning in to ATK Kesey on YouTube, Tay Shots been on those lives with him regularly, and he's a rapper. Tay Shots is too, so you can watch him on YouTube. He got a lot of videos, but he's been arrested. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all go check him out. I don't know what he's been arrested for, but I'm just saying on the heels of me talking about this Julio Foolio situation, ATK member Tay Shots has allegedly been arrested in Carolina for undisclosed charges or situations. I don't know what he's been arrested for, but I'm just reporting y'all that he's been arrested, so you just keep your eyes out for that. We gonna jump into Bobby Shmurda versus Rick Ross real quick. Cause I'm getting all these topics out the way, the little short topics, so that we give people a chance enough to come into the chat. Make sure you hit that like button in the chat when you come in too. Also make sure you donate to the channel. We got the cash out pinned in the chat. And this is our second live. We just got off the live like an hour ago, and this is our second live today. The first live was like 3 hours, and we're finna rock out here to the wee hours in the morning. This is actually 1:30 where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time, so we're gonna rock out to about 3:34. You know what I mean? We doing this thing. Bobby Shmurda versus Rick Ross. So Bobby Shmurda took to Instagram to voice his displeasure on Rick Ross kicking him off a show. He said he got a phone call that said that Maybach Music Group didn't want him on the show. Now, a lot of people trying to speculate why did Rick Ross kick Bobby Shmurda off the show? Because we know Maybach Music Group, that's Rick Ross. Well, if y'all don't remember or not, when Rick Ross was assaulted in Canada, allegedly by some OVO goons or Drake goons, or just maybe some Drake fans, Bobby Shmurda was one of the celebrities that did a reaction to Rick Ross and the way he was moving and acting, and kind of got up out of there when the melee started. Hey man, Bobby Shmurda laughed, joked. I mean, he ain't say nothing too sporty. He just laughed, like, you know what I mean, like. And evidently, Rick Ross took this to heart. He felt the way, and his revenge is he cost Bobby Shmurda some money. So Bobby Shmurda took to Instagram to, voice his displeasure, you know what I mean, and let Rick Ross know, like, bro, like, what's up with you? Like, you that hurt about me laughing about a situation that happened? Like, I don't got a dog in this fight. You know what I mean? I'm just laughing at what happened. Like, it was funny. But you so sensitive to where you done kicked me, you got me kicked off a show because of that. Like that go to show you, like, a lot of these people, they be very narcissistic. They be very self-centered. You know what I mean? It's fine when somebody else the butt of the joke, but when they the butt of the joke, they take it to heart. These are the people that look down upon a lot of us. You know what I mean? Real shit now. A lot of these people that we help to support, spent our money to support, go see their shows to support them, they look down on us. They just don't tell us. You know what I mean? They look down on us. They look down on the way we living. They look down on our living circumstances. You know what I mean? They feel like they're above us, special, better than us, things of this nature. And they can't, and actually inside a lot of times, they laughing at us. You know what I mean? And a lot of times they exploiting us and using us and all type of shit. You know what I mean? We are the working class. We the cattle. You know what I mean? We the cattle. We the engine that keep this thing running, but they using us. You know what I'm saying? They can't take what they put out. Shout out to SLK, Something Like Cloud TV. Yo, Inglewood. That's why it sent Rose to hell. Right. So they can't take what they put out. You know what I'm saying? So now that I see that Rick Ross took Bobby Shmurda off the show for that, that lets me know that anytime 50 Cent say something about Rick Ross, it bothers him. Anytime his baby mama Tia Kemp troll him on social media, it bothers him. Anytime people bring up Rick Ross used to be a police or something like that, it bothers him. Sensitive than a bitch. Bro, you can't stand a joke? Alright, god damn, bro, listen, I don't know about them, but me and my homies, we laugh at each other. Let me fuck around and slip and fall down some steps or some shit like that. Nigga, we cracking, they cracking jokes. do something. We crack it up. We still, it ain't nothing personal. What they ain't supposed to laugh? Nigga, you got hit by the nigga hit you. You look like you ran. You ducked off. Hey, I ain't saying you wrong. You the bad. Goddamn, you mad at Bobby Shmurda for laughing at some shit that happened to you? Come on, man. But anyway, Rick Ross kicked Bobby Shmurda off the what's the name because of that. We gonna move on past. So that's Rick Ross versus Bobby Shmurda. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. SLK, I'm glad you in here, goddammit. Cause I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. I just went back through that video. We did not talk about Bronny James. I know I wasn't crazy. I know I didn't have the Sleepy Joe Biden syndrome. I was looking, I'm like, I don't remember talking about Bronny James. I just replayed the live. We did not talk about Bronny James. But I was listening to y'all. With friends like y'all, who needs enemies? I was listening to SLK and TN and all, yeah, with friends like y'all, who needs enemies? We did not talk about Bronny James. No, we didn't. I told y'all we was going to talk about it, but we didn't talk about it. I just told you this line up. We didn't talk about it. But y'all told me we did. And I know I'm sitting there like, I don't remember talking about Bronny James. I don't remember talking about Bronny James. Y'all called me Joe Biden. Y'all said that I had the Joe Biden syndrome. I believed y'all. Y'all motherfuckers would have had me in a straight jacket. If I would have just went back and double checked. Hey, go SLK. Go and rewind your line. Live. Go rewind your line. I went and looked at that bitch. I ain't see a motherfucking thing about Bronny James. So you know what that means? We finna talk about Bronny James. Right motherfucking now. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. So as we know, Bronny James, aka LeBron James Jr., was drafted into the NBA by the Los Angeles Lakers, a second round pick, and he was given a guaranteed $8 million 4-year contract. That is unheard of by a second round pick, right? Guaranteed. So no matter what Bronny James do, he could hit the brick, he could hit bricks, he could miss the broad side of a barn for 4 years straight, and he is guaranteed a spot on the Los Angeles Lakers, right? Well, this created an uproar in the media and in the basketball world because Bronny James only played 1 year at USC, California. That's where you from. 1 year at USC, where he averaged 4 points. Now, Bronny James did have a very serious health condition to where he basically went into cardiac arrest, and he overcame that, and so he pretty much, his heart stopped beating. He overcame that and came back, and this was just a little bit over a year ago. So he fought through all of that in order to make it onto the Los Angeles Lakers. But people are talking about the performances that Bronny James has been putting up since he's been in the summer league. And it's been less than stellar. You know what I mean? It's been looking like really bad. Now, I will say this. I went and looked at Bronny's last 2 performances. He scored 13 points tonight, if I'm not mistaken. 13 points, 5 rebounds. And the game before this, he scored 12. Right? Or something like that. Yeah, like 12. So he is getting better. But he done played about 6 summer league games. One of the games he had, a couple of games he had no points, and one of the games he had like 4 points, and one of the games he had like 6 points, 3 points, something like that. So people are beginning to talk and saying that the reason why Bronny James got drafted and got a guaranteed $4 million, $8 million 4-year contract is because of his father, LeBron James. Because if his name wasn't LeBron James Jr., people are saying that he would not have been drafted, and he would definitely not have been given a guaranteed 4-year, $8 million contract, not averaging 4 points in college and also coming off a significant health scare. You went into cardiac arrest while you was on the court. Can you imagine how that would look? Lord forbid that happens. I don't want that to happen to that young man. I wish him all the best. But Lord forbid if that happened to you on an NBA court. I'm just showing you the dynamics of everything as to why people are saying that this is nepotism at its finest. You know what I mean? Also, I want to say this. Do I think that this is nepotism? Yeah, fuck yeah, it's nepotism. What's my opinion on it? Okay. People are picking at Bronny James. They laughing at Bronny James. When you compete when you compete in competitive sports or something like that, your competition cruel. Your competition ain't they ain't gonna baby you. They gonna talk shit to you. They gonna talk about your mama, your daddy, your grandmammy, you, your girlfriend. I remember Kevin Garnett famously told Carmelo Anthony that Lala tastes like corn chips or some shit, cereal or Cheetos or something. You know what I'm saying? While he was on the court, Carmelo got so mad that he waited till after the game and he went to the opposing locker room and he wanted to fight Kevin Garnett about that. Sports is psychological as well as it's physical, right? Being that it definitely looks like Bronny James got drafted and got a guaranteed contract because of who his daddy is, and along with the fact that Bronny James has not been looking anywhere near like the genetics of his father was passed down to him. People laughing at Bronny James. People talking a lot of smack at Bronny James. Now I'm gonna say this: the mainstream media is trying to coddle Bronny James. They trying to hold back the scathing criticism of what they've seen so far in the summer league, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're afraid to piss LeBron James off. LeBron James got so much power in basketball, so nobody wants to be the person to tell the truth about LeBron James' son for fear that it might be career suicide. This is a problem, in my opinion. I'm all for nepotism in the right circumstance, right? A lot of other demographics practice nepotism. We, as black people, I think we practice nepotism the least, honestly. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think we should practice nepotism more, right? But, in my opinion, in competitive sports, this is not a place for nepotism. This is not a place. Because when you in competitive sports, you need the best of the best. If it's the best kindergartners, if it's the best middle schoolers, the best high schoolers, the best college players, the best pro players. You need the best of the best or the best available to you, right? And the reason why you need the best of the best is because it's competition. You shouldn't put somebody on the team just because of who they are. Me and my son had this talk. Me and Flyboy Michael Folk. He feel the opposite of me. He feel the opposite. He feel like LeBron is right. I feel like LeBron is wrong. I feel like if it was my son, let me tell you something. My son Flyboy Michael Folk, that motherfucker boy can play football out this world. He won the state championship his last game. When he was coming up, I think he only lost like 2-3 games. Like that ain't like the motherfucker good. He was MVP. He won the Defensive Player of the Year while he was the starting quarterback. He played for Edgerrin James. He played on the same team with Edgerrin James Jr., Sammy Watkins' little brother, Eden James, Edgerrin James' other son. My son played on a team with a bunch of football player kids. Like he was an all-star, like real shit. And if you look at Edgerrin James' Instagram, My son is on them. My son was one of the only kids that EJ put on his Instagram. So shout out to Flyboy Michael Foe. My point is, he earned it though. And I told him, I say, son, you earned it. I say any team you played on, you earned it. My son played quarterback shit. He played quarterback about 10, 12 years. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like he played quarterback. But he played both ways. He played quarterback and he played safety. He never got off the field. He was just that good. He could play both ways. You know what I mean? But and he won on every level. Every level my son played at, he won. City League championships, Pop Warner championships, State League championships, high school state championship. My son is the most decorated football player in my family, and I got a lot of athletes in my family. From kindergarten to high school, my son is the most decorated football player ever in my family. That's real shit. Real shit. Flyboy Michael Foe, real shit. I got highlights. He won championships everywhere. Everywhere he went, he won championships. Everywhere. But anyway, he earned it. That's what I told him. I say, you earned it. I say we didn't give it to you. You earned it on the field. If you wouldn't have been good enough, I would not have took that spot away from somebody else, so another child that would have been deserving of that spot. That's unfair to that other child. You know what I mean? And that's unfair to the team. You didn't earn it. You got to earn it in sports. Now, a job is different. I would if I was LeBron James and my son wasn't good enough to play professional basketball, I wouldn't let him fall on his face. No. He gonna get a job in one of these companies. He gonna run something. He gonna be the CEO or vice president of something. I'm all for that kind of nepotism. A job. But on a team, sports, no. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. Because what's the message that I'm sending? How can I teach or coach these other players when they not doing what they should be doing, but they see me gave you a spot? You know what I mean? Like that's the quickest way to lose your team. They saw me give you a spot. They know you're not good as most of them. They're gonna be like, oh man, I ain't with this shit. That's the problem with AAU right now. Everybody call AAU daddy ball. Everybody making teams just so they kids can be in the star position and all that. Bro, listen, all the years my son played, I never coached him. I never coached him. I never coached him. Other people coached him. I never told him where to put him. I didn't make my son no quarterback. The coaches did. Everywhere he went, they did. When they put him playing defense, I never said a word. You know why? I let the coaches do that. And you know what? I did the right choice. He was a beast. He was hell as a quarterback. But he was a motherfucker as a safety. You talking about Sean Taylor. And my son ain't that big, about 5'10". Ooh, you talking about hit? Bro, my son's a dog. I can't play football a lick. I will play, but I can't play. I was a basketball player. But he can play football like a motherfucker. I'm talking about real shit. And I wouldn't tell you he was good if he wasn't. That's the point I'm trying to make. LeBron James, people looking at it like LeBron James doing what a father should do. Yeah, I'm a granddaddy already. My son got a daughter. My granddaughter will be 1 year old in August, next month. People saying that LeBron James, some people saying LeBron James did what he is doing what a father should do. No. He could love his son. I understand where it's coming from. It's coming from a good place. A place of love. But we have to be careful sometimes because the amount of hate, scrutiny, embarrassment that Bronny is sustaining right now We don't know how that's going to affect him. The brutal comments that players done said to him and going to say to him going forward if he don't prove himself on that court. You caused that, LeBron, by putting him in that spot. If you would have let him earn it, but this start from LeBron wanting to play with his son before he retired. That's because that's something you want that now he probably won't now because he done heard you say you wanted it so much and he a good son and he love you. So he like, yeah, I want to play with my daddy too. That'll be cool. It's probably he heard you say that so much and it's a dream of yours so much that right now it's probably a dream of his now. But was it the best for him? If he would have if he wasn't trying to make sure that he played with his daddy before his dad retired, he would definitely have stayed another year or two at USC so he could develop. So when he did come out and get drafted, it'll look like he earned it. It'll look like he deserved it. He would probably have earned it or deserved it. You know what that will do? That will cut a lot of the hate, the laughs, the jokes. Because people will be done seeing him play on the motherfucking court. And they'll know he didn't make it just because his daddy was LeBron James. I don't want my kid to make it in some kind of competitive sports just because somebody said that I gave it to them. No. One of the rules in the 48 Laws of Power say, avoid walking in the footsteps of a great man. Being that LeBron James named his son LeBron James Jr. and that boy decided to play basketball like his daddy, the deck was already stacked against him. How many great players you know have great sons? I'll wait. How many great players in any sport that you knew had great sons? I can name them really. Ken Griffey Jr. and his daddy. Barry Bonds and his daddy. Christian McCaffrey and Ed McCaffrey. A lot of people don't remember Ed McCaffrey, but I do. Played for Denver Broncos with Shannon Sharpe, John Elway, and Terrell Davis. He was raw. Ed McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's daddy, was raw. He played wide receiver. He was raw though. He was raw. Wide receiver, tight end, one of them. But he was raw. But that's about it. That's about it. Right, it's a lot of football players, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about that. Yeah, you're right, it is a lot of football players. I'm going to cut it to the basketball players. How many basketball players? I saw Michael Jordan's sons play. They played at UCF. I'm from Orlando. One of them played at UCF. Trash. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, bro. That lets you know that these players that's great like that, they come along once in a lifetime, bro. It's more likely for a mediocre player or average player to produce a great basketball playing son than it is for a great basketball playing son to produce, a great basketball player to produce another great basketball player. I can't think of none. The Barry brothers was decent. Rick Barry and Britt Barry, they was decent. Even Steph Curry daddy, he wasn't raw. Dale Curry, he was decent. He wasn't no scrub. He was decent. But he wasn't no Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I can't remember none. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you who I got my eyes on, though. Gilbert Arenas' son looked really good. He looks really good. Gilbert Arenas' son, he looks really, really good. And Gilbert Arenas was raw. Gilbert Arenas' son looked really, really, really good. So I got my eyes on him. But not only do Bronny James got no, I've never seen a elite basketball player produce an elite basketball player's son. We talking about arguably the best basketball player in history next to Jordan. Like, what's the chances that his son is gonna be elite? You know, it could have happened. I'm not saying saying it can't happen. What I'm saying is just looking at the track record that he done had so far. Kendrick Perkins say no McDonald All-American has ever been made a McDonald All-American averaging 14 points a game. Bronny James did. What that's telling you? I'm just showing you that. And I'm a LeBron James fan. I'm somebody that believes LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, personally. In my opinion, LeBron James is a better all-around player than Michael Jordan, period. You know what I mean? I got LeBron James, the best basketball player that I ever seen, in my opinion. And I played basketball, so, I mean, I got a little, you know what I mean? I played at Cypress Creek with Amari Stoudemire, in case y'all didn't know. I went to Cypress Creek High School with Amari Stoudemire. I played on the same team with Amari Stoudemire, me, Marita Boy. So, in case y'all didn't know. So, I feel like Bronny James got an opportunity to. I feel like Bronny James got an opportunity because of who his father was. Do I think that? Do I hope that Bronny James turn out? Hell yeah, I hope Bronny James turn out. Hell yeah, he's a kid. He looked like a good kid. He seemed like a humble kid. He got a good, demeanor about himself. Things of that nature. And you're a black kid, so I wish him the best. And I'm a LeBron fan. Shout out to my boy Lil Kel. But do I think he got a spot that he didn't earn? Yes. And I would listen. And I would gladly give my son a spot at a job or something like that on nepotism. I would do it in a minute. But on a team where you gotta compete, I'm not doing that. I'm doing that. I'm gonna do the nepotism thing on anything else in life. But on a team where you gotta compete, no, I'm not doing it. My son got to have that dog in him. If anything, I'm gonna be harder on my son than the other kids. Me personally, if I'm the coach or if I'm LeBron or something like that, you got to have that dog in you. And I understand this too. That's a tough spot for a kid to be in. That's a tough spot. His name is LeBron James Jr. Like, the deck was stacked against you immensely, when you came out your mama's womb and they gave you that name. LeBron James ain't even tall as me. I'm 6'4". Bronny James about 6'1". No? So at 6'1", you got to be a shooter. And you got to have them handles. You guarding the best athletes on the basketball court. At 6'1", you're guarding the guards. I don't know if y'all ever played, but you ever try to keep a little small motherfucker? You ever try to keep a guard in front of you? Oh my God. After white just get tired, you be like, man, fuck that shit. Go to sagging off. Then you know what they go to doing? Go to hitting them motherfucking threes on your ass. A guard has to shoot a high percentage free throws, has to be able to pass very well, his dribbling needs to be elite, and his shooting needs to be elite. All of these things, the guard fundamentally should be your best player on the team, like best athlete, best all-around player when you count passing, dribbling, shooting, getting the offense started, getting everybody else involved. Like Bronny James, he playing in the summer league against players that won't even be in the league. And you can't score but 3-4 points. He did well tonight. He scored 13. And the game before this, he scored 12. So it's going up there. The point I'm trying to make is, I'm not saying he's not going to be a good pro. The point I'm making is, he got an opportunity that he didn't earn. And if he don't make it, this gonna be rough on him going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't think about this. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. A lot of athletes fight depression. You know what I'm saying? They fight depression due to expectations not being met. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you this real shit. I got a lot of athletes that I know. Um, I'm not gonna say nobody's name because what they told me in confidence. But I got a lot of athletes in my family that's big time. Olympics, professional football, professional basketball, shit like that, right? And friends of the family as well. And we were talking about depression one time. If you follow me on my if you follow me on my Instagram or look on my community wall, you'll see me with some of the athletes in my family. Just look on the community wall. You'll see them. Just scroll down. Um, but we're having a conversation, and this particular athlete that I know, he was very good in high school. Um, won broke records, won medals and shit in high school. He also went to college and won a national championship. I'm not going to tell you what team he was on or nothing like that. But he won a national championship. When he attempted, he didn't go draft, he didn't get drafted, he tried to get into the pros, and he was on a couple, little practice teams, practice squads and shit like that. But he didn't make it. And we were having a conversation one night about depression. And he told me that he battles depression. And I say, what? I mean, because he ain't rich, but he got a little something going on. He got a nice couple cars, and he made a couple dollars. He made a couple $100,000. He made a couple dollars. He ain't poor. He ain't broke. He just didn't achieve what we thought he could have achieved, or what he thought he could achieve, what I thought he could have achieved, right? He say that bothers him, that haunts him every day. And I didn't even think about it. Think about it if you was a good college basketball player, and then you don't make it in the pros, and then every time somebody see you, they ask you, what happened to you? Or they tell you, bro, I remember you was playing, da-da-da, you scored 40 points, da-da-da. What happened? Why you ain't in the league? Can you imagine all of your life going through that? And those same people seeing you working at Walmart or driving a forklift or something? You know what I'm saying? You known to be an athlete. You was good enough. Everybody thought you was going to make it from where you was, but you didn't make it. For whatever reason. Injuries, whatever. Can you imagine living with that all your life? Bronny James going to have it worse. Your daddy is LeBron James. He opened the door for you. Because that's what the players going to think. That's what they saying anyway. Kwame Brown and a bunch of more of the motherfuckers is sounding off right now. And they 100% right. It's just that nobody, and everybody else know it too. They just the only ones that got enough courage, or they freelance enough to where they ain't tied into the powers that be to where they can say it. I'm a LeBron James fan. It brings me no joy to say this. But I know what I see, and I got to call it straight. The young man should have been allowed to go back to college, work on his skills, no pressure or less pressure, and when he was ready, go into the draft. But what happened was he's trying to play with his father on the same team as his father before his father retires. So his development is rushed. The young man just had a heart attack, cardiac arrest, just last year. And here he is this year. Get some time, chill out. It's a lot on his shoulders. LeBron James finna retire in the next 2 years. Where that's gonna leave Bronny? On an island, alone. If he don't, his ass will be out of the league soon as LeBron ass exit. 6 months after LeBron exit, his ass will be outside though too. got to make sure that we're not setting these kids up for failure. Oh, you thought I was Haitian? Hell no, I ain't Haitian, bitch. My son a Haitian. My baby boy, he half Haitian. Hell no, bitch. I'm from America, bitch. I ain't Haitian with a fuck. If I was, I'd rep it, but I ain't. I ain't Haitian. Bitch, we from the field, bitch. We from the cotton field, bitch. My mama from Alabama, bitch. I'm more honeycomb brazy. I'm more honeycomb brazy than I am Kodak Black. Yeah. So I wish Bronny James the best, but I fear that I fear he didn't get a fair chance. I fear the expectations gonna be too hard, gonna be too much for him to live up to. That's what I fear. And that type of pressure, depending on himself and his mind, could cause a lot of trauma, could cause a lot of problems. He could grow up blaming LeBron for this if he don't make it. Bro, you never know the type of shit that the way a lot of this shit affects these kids. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I'm telling you this shit now. Push them kids, and it affects them in a lot of different ways. I told my son a bunch of times, and he can play football like a bitch. But I told him, I say, son, if you don't want to play football, you don't have to play football, because I wanted to let him know that I think he know I love watching him play football. I did, because he always was like the best of the best. I swear to God, like that shit was amazing watching my son. I swear to God, watching my son play football all of those years, and for him to be that great, it was amazing, because he was way better athlete than I ever was. My son is and was a way better athlete, and I'm way bigger than him. I'm way bigger than my son, but he had it. I got a lot of. I knew my genetics with my family. I knew that most likely he was gonna be a good athlete. All I had to do was put him in the spots to learn early, so that when he got up middle school, high school, he already know how to play, and his genetics will kick in, and that's what happened. But I never pressured him. I never pressured him. If he didn't want to play, I wouldn't have made him play ever. You know what I'm saying? He began to love it, and I'm gonna tell you why I put my son in football. First of all, because I knew that a lot of my family had good genetics, and there was a lot of athletes, and I just assumed that my son would have that as well. And it ended up being true. But I also put him in there because when young boys or kids or whatever, children, when they get into high school and middle school, a lot of them have identity problems. They don't know who they are. They don't have anything to hang their hat on, right? In high school and middle school, the social construct of the whole shit is those kids' whole world. So you got to make sure that you build their confidence. They have something that they can hang their confidence, they hat on. They have confidence when they're going into high school, whether they good at fucking the band, or whether they good at basketball, or whether they fucking whatever, your daughter good at this track or whatever. Anything that got something to do that they good at, you need to nurture that. You know what I mean? And you need to make sure you give them the tools to have that, so that by the time they get to where they care about what somebody else says or thinks, they'll have something that they're good at, so they'll have a sense of confidence, a sense of self-worth. And that's what happened to my son. So he ended up being so good at football, to wherever he went, a lot of the little boys that he played with all the way up, he knew them. He knew everywhere, every school he went to, everywhere he went, they knew him. You know what I mean? They knew him. It opened a lot of doors for him. He didn't he didn't have problems uh, um, with other boys, most likely, because he knew most of the boys from everywhere because they played against each other and it was a bond. And when he went to high school, he didn't want to join a gang, or he didn't have the pressure to join a gang in order to be somebody, because he already was somebody. He already had something to hold his head up high. You know what I'm saying? Like he already was elite at something. So you couldn't persuade him to be in a gang so he could be a part of something. He already had something. You know what I'm saying? He already had a reputation, and it was something positive. That's why I put him into it, and it worked. It was just a guess. It was just a guess, honestly, because when I was in school, I didn't have that. I played on the basketball team, but I wasn't no raw ass player or nothing like that. So as soon as basketball season over, I was done. I was selling dope. I was out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I realized that I didn't have anything what I could identify, I could hang my hat on, and I was trying to find myself, right? And what a lot of kids do, they turn to the streets, they turn to gangs and shit like that, and that's who they turn into. And it might not even really be them. That's the first thing a kid do when he don't got no identity, he don't got nothing positive to hang his hat on. He going to the streets. He going to the streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did it for, and it worked. So I'm just telling you how this shit worked. You know what I mean? I done trial and error. You know what I mean? But I just feel like Bronny James, I wish him the best. He looking better. But them giving him an opportunity that he didn't earn was unfair to another player that earned that spot or could have earned that spot. It's another boy that played on Bronny James' team. He doing better than Bronny James in the summer league, and he didn't get drafted. So he's fighting for a spot on the roster. But he's doing better than Bronny right now, and he didn't get drafted. He could have gotten drafted. That spot could have been his. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on what spot you're sitting in. Some people will be like, oh man, he did the right thing for his son. Yes and no. What if you was that player that could have had that spot, and your daddy ain't named LeBron James, and you really put in the work, and you really better? See, that's what I have a problem at. Anything else in life, yeah, nepotism like a bitch. My son finna run my company, my son finna do this, my son finna do that. But in competition in sports, no, I'm not doing the nepotism thing there. You got to earn it. Your ass better be out there. Your ass better be out there running them sprints, lifting them weights, studying, all of that shit that you need to do if you want me as your father to give you an opportunity that could be somebody else's opportunity. That's unfair to the whole team, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we keep going on. All right. What we got next? Let me look at the pad. What's up, it's Aaron's Way? You got, hey, Aaron, you need to get you some bodies now. Okay, so we did Bobby Shmurda versus Rick Ross. We did Julio Foolio. We did Bronny James. Okay. Oh, we didn't do Loe Re either, did we? We didn't do Loe Re. All right, we're going to do Loe Re. See, that's another one we didn't do last time. We're going to do Loe Re. Let me go to look. Let me go dig this up. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I've been afraid. I ain't really want to do Loe Re, dog. Not afraid like I'm scared, but the subject is so fucking... It's so iffy, dog. It's so iffy. And it's a subject that you can easily be wrong on. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Yeah, we're going to do RALO. I'm scared to do the RALO too, cause I like RALO, bro. Like RALO, I'm a RALO fan, dog. So I'm afraid to do RALOs. I'm afraid to do RALOs more than anybody. But we gonna do it though. We gonna do it. Chicago rapper Lil Reese was arrested in Los Angeles Sunday for alleged R word, but vehemently denied the charge and insisted the accuser was aiming for clout. Though I Don't Lie performer 31, Lil Reese is 31, allegedly forced himself onto a woman when he took her to his hotel following a date Saturday night, according to reports. The alleged victim, who has not been named publicly, supposedly called the police to report the assault from the hotel lobby around 3:30 a.m. Sunday. I'm at the hotel downtown and they took Lil Reese, this is Boosie said, and they took Lil Reese to jail, he said in the footage, which was shared. He came out handcuffed. They had all his bags, so if any of y'all Lil Reese people, y'all need to check on him. They just took him to jail, he added, claiming that some woman lied on him or some S. Any of Lil Reese's people, the Grim Reaper people, they took him to jail downtown LA and put him in a car. Y'all need to tap in with your people, Boosie told the camera. Lil Reese was later released on his own recognizance on a $100,000 bail, which he probably paid 10% of. Lil Reese say Lil Reese put this on Twitter, Instagram. He say, on my sister, Riri, the whole story cap and made up. If I look like this ain't that, I know better. And that same way y'all posting that S, make sure y'all post the case get thrown out on my court date. They do anything for clout and trying to come up, try again. Lil Reese denied the allegations against him in a social media post on Monday morning. The Los Angeles Police Department did not immediately return the post request for more information on the incident. The Sunday arrest was hardly the rapper's first brush with the law. In 2010, he was slapped with 2 years of probation for pleading to burglary charges. Hey, that's cool. 2 years later, he ignited a small media firestorm when a video that appeared to show him assaulting a woman was posted online. He was later charged with criminal trespass, battery, and mob action in connection with the incident. Most recently, the rapper spent several months in jail in Harris County, Texas on an aggravated assault charge he released in 2023, January 2023. All right, so this is what I'm going to say right here. I'm going to say this right here. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Do I believe that the Grim Reaper did what this woman said he did? I can't call it. It's too pre. I'm just giving you 100%. I'm being 100% honest here. It's it's 50-50. It's split right down the middle. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm gonna tell you why it's split right down the middle. Lil Reese has a track record of assaulting women, whether he did it or not. He got a history of assaulting women, and I'm not talking about that kind of assault. I'm talking about that kind of assault. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got you. I just seen it. So he got a history of assaulting women. Now that ain't the same thing as what she accusing him of, but some people would correlate that. Now, Lil Reese a little dude, man. He a little dude. Like most women, Lil Reese gonna be most women gonna be bigger than Lil Reese. I just tell you. Now, do that mean that he's not guilty? No. But I'm just saying, it's just hard for me to see Lil Reese doing something, choking this bitch out and taking something. Because let me tell you something about that. These things, most of the time, these things just don't start. most of the time had a history of this type of behavior. You know what I mean? Like, Larice 31. I tend to believe if he had done something like this, it would be a history of this. And maybe there is, or maybe they ain't. But I ain't seen no history of this, like just taking something. I'm talking about he has taken something. But on the woman's part, she went straight from his room, downstairs, called the police from the lobby. She didn't wait till the next day. She didn't wait till 2-3 years from now. She didn't do the Bill Cosby and wait 100 years. She did it right there from the hotel lobby. Do that mean she's telling the truth? No, it don't. But it do lend some credibility to what she says happened. Because most of the time when it be them fake ones, they wait in some a period of time in between the assault, and then they file charges on the person months later, years later, decades later. So being that this young lady actually went all the way to, she didn't leave, she did it pretty much immediately. And I don't know if she went to the hospital and got a kit, and got checked out. But she did it right then. That lends some credibility to her actions. A lot of times we say that if you, and we talk about somebody who's a victim of this, if you are telling the truth, then we want you to go straight to the police right then. That's famously what Slim Thug just said when it came to Cassie. He just said that. If y'all women, if y'all telling the truth, y'all should go to the police right then. Well, we got one that just ran straight to the police right then. Do we think, and the point I'm trying to make is, we got to also be cognizant of the women that these things really do happen to. We can't sit here and say, you should go to the police as soon as it happened, and then when they go to the police as soon as it happened, and now we're saying that you're lying still. So I'm going to say I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe he did it? I don't think so. I don't want to believe it. I don't think so. But do I know? No. I think if she would have waited some time and said this, then I would have been more on the Reese side. And honestly, I'm more on the not like 50-50. I'm like 50-50. I'm like 50-50. I'm split right down the middle. I don't know Lil Reese. I don't know him. I wasn't in the room with him. I don't believe he do nothing like this. I don't. But do I know enough to know that he didn't do this? Nah, I can't call it. I can't call it, and it's not enough evidence for me to say one way or the other. I ain't trying to be wrong. I ain't trying to be right either. I just want to know what happened, And if something did happen, then hey, let the chips fall where they may. I hope nothing happen for everybody's sake. I hope nothing happen for her sake or Larice's sake. You know what I'm saying? But she went straight down to the goddamn lobby. That make her look believable, gang. Real shit. That make her look believable. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Larice said he will be exonerated. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Because if you get exonerated, Larice, that means you really didn't take them from that young lady, and she didn't lose shit. She didn't lose shit. She didn't assault to the nothing. Make sure you donate to the channel. The Cash App is in the chat. Shout out to SLK, Something Like Cloud TV. Yo, Inglewood. Make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Please donate to the channel. But he free. He can fight his charges from outside. And I hope for everybody's sake that this is just somebody who was clout chasing and maybe was trying to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. You know what I mean? Even for her sake. Because even for her sake, that means you didn't get taken advantage of, baby. You might be a little scorned or mad or whatever, but at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is I hope that you didn't get taken advantage of. That's what I hope. That's what Marita hopes. You know what I mean? And I hope Lil Reese didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. So we shall see. You know what I mean? So we got the Reese out the way. I'm back on the pad. Audio crack, I'm back on the pad. That audio say, Marie, you gotta bring the pad back out. Alright. We did a lot of topics today, okay. We did Flacco, protected by the poetic chala. Oh yeah, we got some shit going on, huh? I'm gonna get this one out the way real quick. Michael Terry, aka Tiny Doughboy, was sentenced to 32 years in prison today. And if you don't know who Michael Terry is, he is the murderer of Slim 400. Rest in heaven to Slim 400. To his, and my condolences to his family. If you ever seen the footage of Slim 400's death, bro, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. That shit hurt me to my heart, bro. Like real shit. If y'all don't remember, Slim 400 was the LA rapper, and he was brutally murdered. It was caught on Ring Cam. If y'all don't remember, not Slim 400 was sitting in the car. The guy came up and said some shit to Slim 400. Slim 400 had been shot numerous times before. He lunged for, the guy had like a rifle or some shit, like a Slim 400. Reached for the gun, and Buddy shot him, like, you know what I mean? And then Slim was holding on to that bitch, and Buddy was just shooting him, bro. I swear to God, it felt like every time he shot him with that bitch, I felt like I felt them shots, bro. Like, real shit. I feel them bitches now. Listen, did you see how I just, like, I promise you, I had some chills running down my body then, bro. It was sad. It was sad to watch that. But, and rest in heaven to Slim 400, man. I never played that video on this channel. I never clipped it up or nothing. This shit was so brutal. I feel like that shit need to be wiped off the internet. I don't feel like I just thought about that man's family and shit, seeing that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you. But the video is still out there. It's hard to find, but it's still out there, man. Rest in heaven to Slim 400. The murderer of Slim 400, Michael Terry, aka Tiny Doughboy, was sentenced to 32 years in prison. He killed Slim. Slim was sitting in his car. You know what I mean? Like, he came over, you know what I mean, and approached Slim with the gun. Slim wasn't fucking with him and nothing like that. Like, he came out there. You know what I mean? Like, he came, it looked, to me, it looked like he came to kill Slim. I'ma just be real with you. He came to kill Slim. You know what I mean? It was his granny house. Okay. Yeah, for real, man. Sleep in peace, Slim, man. So I didn't want to get that one out the way real quick, because that one came across my desk late into the me coming up with content. Okay. Oh, I want to throw this one out here too real quick, because we talked about Trump earlier, but we didn't hit on this, and I'm gonna throw this one in there real quick, y'all. I'm just getting the little small ones out the way because we got some big shit. We got Shannon Sharpe versus Oprah Winfrey. We got RALO. We got Terrence Williams. We got Ray J going crazy. So we got some shit going on. So what we doing? Trump. I didn't want to run over this one real quick because I should have did this one in the last video. So Trump's charges on the documents. Okay, so a U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon said a 93-page order that she has granted Trump's bid to dismiss the indictment based on unlawful funding and appointment of special counsel Jack Smith, who brought the charge against the former president. The bottom line is the appointments clause is critical constitutional restriction stemming from the separation of powers, and it gives to Congress a considered role in determining the property of vesting appointment power for inferior officers, wrote Cannon. The former president faced 40 charges stemming from his handling of documents marked classified after leaving office and allegedly obstructing the Justice Department's investigation. The former president and his aides, Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira, were charged in an alleged scheme to impede the federal probe, and all three pled not guilty. So what they basically talking about is those documents that Trump had after he left office, the ones that they said that he no longer had clearance to have. You know, they raided his Mar-a-Lago golf resort and his Mar-a-Lago home or whatever, and they found the documents and they said that he illegally was supposed to happen. Those are documents that he's supposed to have gave back after he left office or before he left office. Well, those charges just got dropped, right? And if y'all remember not, Trump was convicted of 34 felonies a couple months back, and he appealed it up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that Donald Trump is allotted some immunity only for official acts as president. So the acts that he did that could be deemed as official acts, he get immunity for them. So basically saying that if he was while he was president, if he did anything that was an official act, but they said that it was illegal, he got immunity for it. Now, if it was deemed unofficial act, he could face criminal charges. So what the Supreme Court did was because Donald Trump appealed his ruling. So what the Supreme Court did was kick the case back down to the next court under them, so that they could deem what was an official act and what was a non-official act. The point all of this making is, this is what's going on here. Donald Trump, all presidents are immune from prosecution. That's pretty much what they're saying. If you're a president and anything you do as a president, you cannot be prosecuted. And a president is above the law, is what they're saying, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, unless it's some egregious, like, straight up just a brutal murder. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, like, shit that got to do with, like, war crimes and shit like that, they ain't gonna convict them of that. They not. No president has ever been convicted of a crime other than Donald Trump. So let me tell you what's gonna eventually happen to this. If they stall this case out until Donald Trump becomes president, this case goes away. Feel me? So Donald Trump was convicted, yes, now, but what's gonna happen is that shit finna get thrown out. That shit finna get wiped away. That conviction finna get overturned. It's not gonna be in his record, nothing like that. You watch what I tell you though. And what's happening with this judge right here, the reason why she let this shit go is because these people smart. They know that Donald Trump, they saw Donald Trump just got almost assassinated. They see that Donald Trump pretty much is going to win the election, especially if he go against Sleepy Joe Biden. They is putting their ducks in a row. That judge who just dismissed this charge, you better believe Donald Trump gonna remember her. You better believe she gonna get some kind of promotion or some shit like that. That's what's happening here. These people ain't dumb but for fuck. Everybody, you finna right now what you finna see is you finna see a swell of people move to Donald Trump's side to support him. The optics of him, the failed assassination attempt, and everything else that he done been through and overcame or circumvented or weaseled through or whatever you want to call it. He Teflon, man. Y'all talking like John Gotti Teflon? Donald Trump is Teflon. And what you finna see right now is a bunch of people that move to support him because it looks like he finna win this shit in a landslide. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there. So the charges that he had of the illegal documents and all that shit just got thrown out. So he ain't even got to worry about going to court for that though. Also on another note, did you know the shooter, funny fact, did you know the shooter that attempted to assassinate Donald Trump had a picture of my girlfriend in his phone? And y'all know who it is. That fine black sister from Inglewood, California that reigns supreme in Fulton County as the DA, finding fat ass Willis. Yeah. Shout out to Sweet Baby Strawberries. The shooter had a photo of Funny Willis saved in his phone. Even he must know what good pussy at. God damn it. He even the Joe Dirt shooter knew Funny had that goddamn good pussy. Yes, Lord. What did Nathan Wade have us saved in on his phone? Grip lock, monkey grip, vice grip. Hey, her side nigga had her saved in her phone in his phone as grip pussy, side lip, grip lock, vice grips. There was some shit like that Nathan Wade had, gorilla glue, gorilla grip. Some shit he had saved in his phone. Yeah, Funny Willis. Yeah. But the shooter had Funny Willis picture saved in there. He probably was beating his meat to my baby. You know what I'm talking about? Old Nasdaq, Joe Dirt. Sweet home Alabama. Yeah. But at least you know what a good pussy at. Because I've been on Funny ass, boy. All right, let's move on. So we got that out the way. What else do we got? All righty. We'll talk about his ass later on. We're going to go to RALO. Shout out to Philip TV. Hit that like button, hit that like down. Please donate to the channel. Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. We riding tonight. This is our second live, dog. This is our second live. If you missed that last live, go and watch that last live that we just completed 2 hours ago. That thing already at 1,500 views. Listen, this is what I want to do. I want y'all to give y'all a motherfucking self a round of applause. Everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody that's watching this right now, everybody that's supporting the channel, everybody that's afraid to pop out the bushes and let us know that you're watching, give your motherfucking self a round of applause. Because them numbers been going up. We in the algorithm and we moving. We getting new subscribers every day and we got motion. We got motion. Listen, we got the most motion we ever had here on YouTube, y'all. I'm just telling you, I'm just keeping it real. Since the Melly case, you know, we've been going through the Melly. We got motion in the Melly case. Since the Melly case, this the most motion we ever had. And that's because of y'all. So I want y'all to give y'all motherfucking self a round of applause. Don't thank me. Thank your motherfucking self. Because I appreciate you. Now, let's go to RALO. I fuck with RALO, dog. Man, I don't know what this, bro. I ain't finna be doing this shit, dog. Man, I fuck with RALO, dog. For real, dog. I fuck with RALO. For real, Mr. Dog Food. Let me see. I'm gonna do it like this, huh? I'm gonna do it like this, huh, dog. Oh, there go this nigga. Sweet home Alabama. So Say Cheese, I don't know, bro. Hey, so Say Cheese did a great interview with RALO. We're not gonna do the whole interview, but we're gonna do a decent portion of that. We probably come back and do the rest of it because we got some other topics to get to. And this bitch is an hour and some 30 minutes. And if you know me, I'm gonna stop and talk sometime. And if I go through this whole motherfucking RALO interview, bitch, we'll be here till the sun go up. Y'all know me. But who knows? Anyway, we're gonna go with the flow. It depends on how this bitch flow. Uh-oh. You got that what's the name on? Let me turn that shit off. But so this one. Hey. But Say Cheese did an excellent interview with RALO. That bitch is amazing. Shout out to Nate Said It. That bitch is amazing. That bitch is immaculate. If you ain't seen it, we gonna play it right here, and we gonna go through it. I don't know what Nell at. She probably somewhere asleep though. Nah, she can't be asleep this goddamn early. Cause where she at, it ain't but 1:30. Where you at, Nell? Smitty G said RALO don't know the whole truth yet. Interesting.
I mean, here we go, and we got the first exclusive RALO interview. I'm in in the new Pakistan. Last time I came, I was at the old joint. This time I'm at the new joint. You got the fleet behind them. You know, how you doing, man? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the time.
I'm gonna tell you first thing I noticed. They sitting down in RALO, you know, in the courtyard. RALO got all the, you know, the Bentleys and the Ferraris and all of that, the Maybachs and the Benzes all around him, and Sean Cotton sitting right there in the middle, doing the interview. I see armed security walking around the back of that bitch. I see big black niggas with bulletproof vests on. You know what I'm talking about? Walking around in the back. My thing is this, RALO, you still got ops? Know what I mean? Like I see security. Hey, look, never too safe than sorry. I get it, but that's the first thing I noticed. He got security. He got security.
For sure. Yeah, first week officially. How I feel.
Well, there you go, Aaron's way. Get you one. You got a body right there, educated genius. Get him. SLK beat you to it. SLK beat you to it. Goddamn. I tried to line him up for you, it's Aaron's way. I tried to line him up for you.
I just wasn't aware of the severe rules that the halfway house had. So I'm thinking when I get out of prison, I can go ahead and go up.
You can turn any.
Go do my wife home shows, because I had seen Gucci do the same thing when he was released. And that shit just was a whole shit show. They wouldn't allow me to release on news, they wouldn't allow me to get on Instagram, they wouldn't allow me to get on no social media.
I seen a few posts though, we had posted of you though.
Yeah, I was sneaking that shit out. Every time you seen the post, I was again as well.
So that was coming back like, what is this?
Yeah, like send your ass back to prison. Every video I dropped, I got rolled up for. Even when the baby pulled up and gave me the $50,000, that shit I almost sent me to prison. But I needed that $50,000. So, I got that. I had to take that one for the city.
Yeah, I seen you say that. So you said little baby blessed you with 50. And you said somebody else too blessed you, right?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a long name, long list. And every time I say the list, they always tell my left nigga out. But you got some like QCP. He looked out for me. He sent me maybe 75,000. You got Little Baby sent me a Little Baby sent me a 50 while I was in. I gave me another 50 when I got out. You got your boy Dirt. You got 21 Savage. He had gave Queen $40,000 for me. Shit, it's a long list of people. You know, Gold Mom made sure I was straight every 2 weeks. He put something on my book. You know, I actually had an idea. Outside of the niggas that ran off with my money and, you know, did all that lame shit.
Yeah. So, in the halfway house, you had a curfew?
Shit, you gonna come out. You come out to go to work and you go straight back home. And then go straight back to the halfway house.
So what was your schedule like as far as like work?
I just go to the studio every day. You know, I ain't got no job. I mean,
I just want y'all to notice how all the people he said gave money. Say Lil Durk gave him money, Lil Baby gave him money, 21 Savage gave him money. I'm just saying all these people gave him money. Now I'm just saying like these people that QCP gave him money. I'm just saying like, you know, because a lot of people like to, you know, they anti-rap. And I'm gonna say this. RALO didn't snitch. He didn't snitch as far as if I can remember my research. It's been a while. He tried, but he actually didn't get an opportunity to, like, they kept pushing it off, and by the time I can't remember, so I'm gonna just say RALO didn't snitch. He didn't snitch on anybody. He didn't snitch on anybody. I'm gonna revisit it though. Say me and Kel gonna have to pop and control your page, Gail, trying to pop up. I feel you. But I'm gonna keep playing it though.
Later on, I had found out that I could have 2 jobs, so I divided. So instead of me spending the $400 a day on studio time, I started going ahead and spending like $200-300 because I was able to utilize
I mean, let's go back to 2018, man. I mean, we can start with the first incident with the private jet. It was really two incidents, right? The first incident, you weren't physically there?
No, it was actually like 4 incidents that occurred. Y'all only seen one, which was the private jet that I got caught with. But however, I had 4 different counts. So like stuff was getting caught up, and you know, it's more incidents occurred way beforehand. You know, what occurred was they just got tired of the situation with me because of other crimes that occurred. One of my homies had they had a informant that was in Pakistan that was coming.
All right, I got you. It's okay.
Tattoos on his face. He was never even tell he was the Fed. So he was trying to get to me. You smell me? He was trying to get up on me, but I might be with 1,000 niggas, but it's only 5 or 10 niggas that I really communicate with on certain levels. You smell me? And he kept trying to get towards me, and I guess when I'm a little homeless, so like, if you want to get to RALO, you got to spend at least 100 to at least 200,000. Right. So the nigga called the feds, and was like, in order for us to get to RALO, we got to spend, you know, a abundant amount of money, and the feds want to prove we for the money. So the feds said, shit, we'll give you the money, but we'll have to send an agent out with you. So they sent the agent out with him, and he was a white dude, playing like he was a Uber driver. And the nigga who supposed to be spending the money with me, he got down in the back of the room. I'm not knowing this. I'm way in Cali. I'm in Cali, Hunter, picking me some goddamn weed out. So when when the dude gets to wherever they went over there on Ashford Courts or whatnot, they draw down the rock the nigga. And rock the FBI agent too. I'm not even knowing this. I was never serving that nigga, period. Because I had a clientele that I had been dealing with for years. So when they got over there to the situation, they draw down on them, and they let them go. The feds, the U.S. Marshals, everybody came and bomb rushed them, and they let them go because they wanted me. They said I was the biggest fish or whatnot. So I'm on the plane thinking everything out because they don't give a fuck.
Hey, that's just how it beat on him. That's just how it beat. So he said that one of the dudes that they had, you know, that they had around, he was an informant. So he was trying to get to RALO, but RALO said he don't talk to everybody about that type of shit. It's only 5 or 10 niggas that he talked to that's about that type of shit. That's how it's supposed to be. So one of the little homies told the nigga, well, if you want to fuck with RALO, you got to spend like $200,000. So the dude went and told the feds, and the feds said, okay, we'll front you the money. We'll give you the money, but we got to send an agent with you. So they sent an agent faking like he's an Uber driver, and the dude was in the back. When they got to Pakistan, RALO little niggas robbed the nigga and robbed the motherfucking fed who's supposed to be an Uber driver. The feds come out the bushes, you know, bust them. Just cause they ain't gonna let that $200,000 get away, and they end up letting them go. But that's just how them little niggas will do. Ain't that's how your little homies will do? Man, shout out to them niggas. RALO said he never knew nothing about nothing. He never, like, that was a play that the little homies was putting together without him knowing anything.
They never cared about the weed. It was never about the weed. You know what I mean? So I understand people came with me saying, he don't want no weed, he don't want no weed.
Yeah, that's what he said. Somebody supposed to take the fall for him. He said that and said, okay.
Thorough investigation, it was a
Shit that led up to it. Shit that led up to it.
You know what I'm saying? So when that occurred, they just got tired of the situation, and the chief of the FBI, they said, oh, y'all got to close that case. So really it was a gift from the curse because they would have kept investigating. I ain't no telling what type of trouble I got in. Or if they would have just simply not even got me off the plane, they should have just waited till I got in traffic. And then how they did it, they probably would have got to stash out or something. However,
Y'all heard that? RALO said they apprehended him on the plane, getting off the plane. He said they should have waited. He said if they would have waited, they would have been able to track him back to the stash house and got the other stash, money, all type of shit. And let's be honest too, RALO, they didn't get everything from RALO. I can clearly see that. I can clearly see that they didn't get everything. Like you don't, ain't no way he got all of this shit right here, and this in fresh all the way out. They didn't get everything from Rollo. Rollo had millions still put up. You can see that right here. Look how he looking.
Just too goddamn happy to see me.
Yeah.
You know, crash the car.
So the informant, is this somebody that you kind of like grew up with type of situation?
I never knew the woman in my life. I never talked to him. I think I seen the nigga while I was in prison because one nigga put up on me saying he was coming to Pakistan buying shit. And he said a lot of good shit, like shit that I know 100% was occurring. But however, I never talked to him.
So he just come over there and pray and y'all like not having no...
I mean, that was one informant. After a while, some of these dudes had became informants that was around.
Okay.
Okay, you got Loe Re. He the one who was serving informant from the jump. Like he was serving a Percocet, he was serving guns, he was serving them all kinds of shit in Pakistan without my knowledge. Because the rule was that nobody would sell drugs outside of Pakistan. You smell me? Inside of Pakistan, you couldn't sell no dope. You smell me?
So he said the rules was you couldn't sell no dope inside or outside of Pakistan. Like, you know, like the hood. Like you could sell them where else, but not there. Because he understood that that's where the focus was gonna be. That's where the police, the feds, everybody's gonna look. So, but he said some people were doing that because that's where the people would pull up to look for Rollo. So some of his little homies was getting those bags, unbeknownst to him.
So they was slipped behind my back, being greedy because these ATL agents, they was offering money that niggas were refusing for these guns and drugs.
What type of money?
Like for a 22 rifle, they tried to, for a 22 assault rifle, they was giving $500. You go to the store and buy that shit for $109, $100 back then anyway.
Yeah.
So these dudes, they couldn't see through the bullshit, and they ended up getting on their team. I guess they were scared. Some of them dudes, they do not one day in jail.
Yeah. Have you watched any documentaries about yourself since you've been out?
Shit, I see a different documentary.
It's like 10 of them. It's like 10 of them.
Every day
Salute,
I
sweetie.
just go on YouTube, I see RALO, and all that shit.
Yeah. They call you Mr. Dog Food. How accurate are those documentaries?
It depends on which YouTube.
The Trap Lil Ross one.
I don't even think I seen that one.
Yeah, that got like 3-4 million views.
I gotta look at it.
But just overall though, is a lot of the shit accurate?
Yeah, a lot of it accurate. I say like 80% of it.
What's the cap though?
I think the cap is, cause you know, my grandma stayed in this neighborhood 40 years. You smell me? And that's somewhere I call home. So throughout my lifespan, you know, I used to go up these streets right here, cut grass, and sell CDs. There used to be a whole bunch of dope bars in the apartments. It used to be a 6-unit apartment complex. And coming up in the streets and having trap houses, having different trap houses.
Hit that like button. Please donate to the channel. The Cash App is pinned in the chat. I appreciate you.
When they seen $1 million, or they seen the first 500,000, but people didn't know how much work it took to get there. So throughout my journey of life, going to jail back and forth for a little bit of crime, whether it was possession of cocaine or whether it was possession of a firearm, people didn't know how much structure and how much discipline and how many losses had to be taken at this. You smell me? So the police come in today. If the police came in today, the voodoo, they was gonna take the charge for it. You smell me? I walk out there. You know what I'm saying? If the police came right here and my little niggas right here and they got a gun on them, then they gonna take the charge. They gonna say that was mine, even if it was mine. You smell me? So you know, people that ain't been in the streets don't understand the game. Like when you look at the shit that El Chapo did or the shit that Pablo Escobar did, sometimes they'll send 100 bricks across the river, across the ocean, let that get caught up just to get 1,000 bricks across. You smell me? But when we as black people start implementing that, then it's a problem. And they start calling you a rat. They start calling you this and that. So like, you know, it comes with, anytime you're chasing success and you're trying to succeed in something, it comes with sacrifice. It comes with strategizing. It comes with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So
I remember when you got locked up.
right.
The biggest narrative on the internet was a lot of people pulled up your IG post. They pulled up the Vlad interview. They pulled up the showing the cash and being wild and popping your shit and blaming that on, really blaming yourself on bringing attention to you. How much accountability do you put on yourself for that?
Some people don't give a fuck about no bigger flicks no money. Some people don't give a fuck about no marijuana. They don't really care for non-violent crimes really at all. But when you got people that was dying, a lot of people was getting killed. A lot of people was getting shot. That ain't something that I rap about. That ain't something that I broadcast. When niggas getting shot nowadays, everybody go over and say they shot them. But niggas was getting their ass dropped around here. You smell me? Not saying I had anything to do with it, but whenever a case go cold, whenever any murder case go cold, the feds have an obligation to investigate it, pick up that file and investigate it. So all these different crimes had occurred. I guess they got tired of my name getting pulled up in this shit. And they just so happened while investigating me for these cold cases, stumbled across the marijuana. I was hustling. So now everybody else was rapping and doing this and that. I had to make the money. You smell like
We grinding.
And as you see, I always had a village to take care of. So while they investigated me for these cold crimes or these murders that had occurred, they just stumbled across me.
So you don't, if you were to go back, social media would be the same. You would still carry it the same way.
I think I would. I had a good life. I enjoyed myself.
And say I can't get them bodies.
When I got caught on that plane that day, I wasn't in deep regret. I knew what this shit came with. I was willing to go sit down and get 30 years. You smell me? I was willing to go get 30 years. I had it in my head when I was on that jet sitting in that bathroom saying fuck them people. I said to myself, I'm gonna go get 30 years. And I told myself, shit, I'm gonna go up there and get as close as me as possible. We're gonna sit down and do this time together. You smell me? So like it was never a time that cause according to my religion, we're supposed to regret our sin. You smell me? But it ain't no sin showing money. You smell me? I mean, it's arrogant, you know what I'm saying? But I had fun. You smell me? I lived a great life. Even if I was to die 7 years ago, I still would have been legendary in my hood. You know where I come from.
Yeah. I remember, I think you did like a news interview, and you said that you felt targeted. I think you did say you felt targeted. You felt like, because you were going to get out on bond,
Right.
and they said that you were still running the organization from in jail,
Right.
and you said you felt targeted. Explain that whole situation.
I mean, back then, being in jail, we wanna try to make it seem as we are victims. Like the government doing something wrong or some shit like that. Damn right I was a target. You smell me? Like, I supposed to be a target. You smell me? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the king of the village. I'm the leader. I'm the person that God gave the financial stability to take care of the village. You smell me? So like, I ain't gonna say I shouldn't have been targeted. You smell me? I understand that this what this shit come with. You smell me? You can't goddamn whatever job God gave you, it's your obligation to handle it. You smell me? So like, if God gave me the wealth, God gave me the financial stability, it's on me to take care of the village. You smell me? So I can't cry about being a target. I didn't know.
He got a point with this one here. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Please donate to the channel. The Cash App is pinned in the chat. He got a point with this one. I just want to say this real quick and we're going to get on with it because this is a very good interview. I see sometimes it's people that's in the family. Shout out that Frazier HK. It's people in your family, or you may be the person in your family. You may be the breadwinner in your family. And a lot of people may come to you and depend on you for money. A lot of people may come to you and they may ask you for help. And you might feel like, damn, I always got to help grandma. I always got to help mama. I always got to help my sister. I always got to help this and that there. But you got the money though. You like a breadwinner. You like somebody that get money come easy to you. I want you to understand that you are blessed to get money for that reason. That's why you blessed to get money. God blesses every so often, people in the families that have the ability to uplift the other members of the family. You know, the bad part about it is you probably won't get no help. You know what I mean? You probably won't get no help because everybody feel like you always straight or you always got it. But the point I'm trying to make is you got blessed with that ability to help your loved ones. So, you know, a lot of people look at it as a burden, and it's something that you didn't sign up for. It's something that you didn't ask for. But I'm just explaining to you, if you that person in your family that you blessed to get money or you blessed to be successful more so than the other ones, and they always leaning on you for helping this and that there, the reason why you got blessed with that ability is so you can help them. And that's what he's saying.
Kingpin was an actual charge. You smell me? Till I got the charge and they put me #1 on the indictment, I didn't even know what the hell 4 points. I didn't know none of this federal shit. You know what I'm saying? But after going to the feds, you run into some real intelligent dudes. You run into some people that really have
hit that light button.
You know what I mean? And these brothers, you know, was different from the state because I went to state prison twice before I even went to feds. So when you run into the feds, these dudes is all about finesse. These dudes are all about paying whoever to get out of jail. Well, however they gotta put it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you're blood, bro.
A dude might pay you. You ain't got no criminal history. Let's just say you ain't got a criminal history. Because the feds got guidelines. So people don't know. Don't know what it looks like a timetable chart. But if you got a certain amount of convictions, they go over and over on the chart. And then based on your offense, they go down. You know what I mean? So the luckiest motherfucker to be in that situation will be a dude with no criminal history because you get less time. So if you got a dude facing 20 years for the same crime that you'll get 3 years for, it'll be very smart for me to do the 3 years. Probably do 18 months, come out, go to the halfway house like I did, then leave a nigga in jail for 2 years. I think that's like, the people gonna say, nigga need to take their leak or whatnot, but I think that's called strategizing and helping one another out.
So what he's lightweight saying is, if he the boss and he the one, you know what I mean? He's saying that it's smarter if you somebody who ain't got no charges and you're a part of the fam, it's smarter for you to just go and take the charge for somebody like him who got a lot of charges, who in the feds, being that he got a lot of charges, he's gonna do more time than you gonna do for the same crime, but you gonna do less time because you got less criminal history. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about what you was talking about, SLK. Somebody else supposed to take the charge for him. That's what he's talking about. Lightweight.
Yeah. Let's take it back to April 14, 2028. Well, 2018. Goddamn. 2018. We're talking about 444 pounds of weed,
Right.
Worth $840,000.
Right.
Damn.
And you knew that the people were watching you at the time.
Right.
You said it on IG. You said it in interviews. You were vocal about it. Take us through that whole day on April 14th. Like,
I mean, I did with my usual. Every Monday I go to Cali.
Every Monday.
Because I used to send Duke around and all my homies to Cali and pick up my weed. But they started coming back with shit that King and some of the bros were just like, fuck nah, that ain't no good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I ended up looking at what they liked it, and I started going to Cali myself because I'm spending $1 million. I'm spending $1 million. I'm spending sometimes anywhere between $500,000 and $1 million. And when you get that shit, you don't want to have to hold on to that shit for months. So I started going to Cali myself. I get on the jet every Monday, go to Cali, pick out my weed. Probably that Tuesday, one of my people that I had out there, he thought he was a plug. He wasn't a motherfucking plug. He was pretty much a broker.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was able to go to some of the people out there in Humboldt County in they mountains on the 101.
I'm gonna say, so I didn't know RALO was getting this shit from Humboldt County. So, some of my peoples that I know are best friends with some of the growers in Humboldt County, right? I don't know them fucking people or nothing like that. But I will say this, we was able to um, get shit for the low. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time. Now we was just getting the smoke. Like what I'm saying, we might get a P just to smoke because the prices were so low for us because somebody that I know was friends with one of the growers. Like close, close, close. Like they done been up to the mountains. But it wasn't never on no we finna get this shit and do what RALO did. It was always on some just the smoke shit. You get what I'm saying? Like might spend 5, 4, 5 on a P just to smoke. You know what I mean? That's how we had it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was getting from Humboldt County. I've never been to Humboldt County. I don't even know them fucking people up there. But somebody I do know was tied in, and we was getting shit just to smoke for the low.
Bring me back little packs and shit. And
Yeah, he from the blow.
You know what I'm saying? I get some of the bros smoking or whatnot. See if it's strong, because I ain't never smoked a blunt in my life. So when I did my usual routine, I went down on Monday, you know, got my little Airbnb. Sometimes I stay in the mountains. It depends. It just be boring smoking in the mountains. So I go through LA sometimes, drop my money off, and go shopping and do all my things in LA, because there's some real niggas out there in LA. Shout out to LA. And then when I get to LA, I drop the money off, and I shoot the shopping. By Tuesday, the home I have me some packs or what I need to get. You know what I'm saying? So I go look at the shit Tuesday. By Wednesday, I'm trying to come up out of that. You feel me? By Wednesday, I'm trying to get out of the back seal bag. Trying to get out of the back seal bag.
That nigga say he went to Cali every Monday. Every Monday.
Oh, we good.
Every Monday. He's spending $500,000 to $1 million every Monday on weed.
I'm getting my little bags. You go to Walmart and you can get the 25-pound bags. You put 25 pounds in that motherfucker. You can put the vacuum cleaner on that motherfucker, suck it up, and put it in package. Whatever holiday season it in, them type of packages I get. If the Christmas, I get Christmas. If it's, you know, every Monday some goddamn Independence Day, I can get flags. Like right now we got me some flags, wrapped it up in some flags, and put that shit on together, put that shit on the jet. Now, sometimes I fly 2, 3 jets back. I'll be in one, have one going
Damn.
the way, one going the other way, because I do
That nigga say once he packs the weed up, he say every Monday he going to Cali. He going to spend $500,000 or $1 million to $1 million on just weed. He say he gonna chill, he gonna drop his money, he gonna by Tuesday going to LA, gonna drop his money off to the people in Humboldt County. He gonna buy a shop or whatever, hang in LA for a day. By Wednesday, he packaging everything up and he trying to get it back on the plane. He said he might fly 2 or 3 private planes out. And the reason why is he knew the feds probably was gonna be on them. So one plane go this way, one plane go that way, one plane go that way. Damn, 2 or 3 private planes. You know how much money that is for a private jet? That's about 40, 50,000 on a dummy mission, just to confuse the feds. Man, RALO was doing it.
So by Thursday I need to be back in Atlanta because Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Long live Pop.
And then I try to sneak getting a video in. I try to get me some studio time in. Try to get with my girl.
He said by Friday or Saturday he want to be back in Atlanta because she got shows on the weekend. Dang.
My kids and kids spend some family time. So that's pretty much been my whole goddamn life of doing it. So other than dog food.
Yeah. So you land that day, that Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And when did the feds pop out? When does that whole situation happen when you get locked up?
I can't remember what day I landed, but you gotta think about it. I'm on the tour bus. Them motherfuckers already got wires and cameras on the tour bus. Tour bus agents are working with these kids. The pilot working with these kids. I ain't got no weed. You smell me? So when I put, like up on my bed, I put all my money up on my bed and I go that way. You smell me? I go to Cali like that. Because that was on me so hard on the flights. I was like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna take it on the bus. So I'm already on wire cameras. I'm already, so I can't tell you when they popped up because they was already there.
tour bus wide with cameras on it, the jets wide with cameras on it. He said he couldn't even tell no lie because they had everything wide and cameraed up. He don't even know when they got on him because when they popped out, they had popped out. He said the pilot was the feds, the driver of the bus was the feds. God damn, boy, they everywhere, boy. Shout out to John Mack. What he say? He said salute, right?
While I'm there, and flying.
Oh, goddamn, SLK got you too.
Because they got pictures of each one, each time. So some of these niggas had wires on, some of them had cameras on. Some had both on.
So did you get locked up that day though?
Yeah, I got locked up that day. They sent me to the Cobb County jail. And once I got the feds came and picked me up from the Cobb County, and I went to the feds.
What was going through your mind? You thought everything was all over?
I mean, I got a call from I had called the homeless and they said they in Pakistan now. So they hit my mama's house, Pakistan, and my
shout out to Unspoken Crime.
So I already was locked up. Then they went to all my house. I mean, a couple of my houses, and they I'm like, oh shit. It still didn't never go into my mind that, cause I used to go to jail. I'm used to going to jail. Right. Every time I went to jail, I ain't used to take shit from me in the state. But as soon as you go bad, this motherfucker try to take everything you got. So pretty much when I got caught on the jet and got in handcuffs, I thought it was over with. All the thing I cared for was the people out here to make sure my family straight. This man was to make sure my girl and my mama was straight. I had so many millions still on the street to the point where I thought I was good forever. My girl don't want shit. My mama don't really want much. My kids don't really need much. So my whole thing was to take care of my kids while I was in there because I did a lot of business before where I had to do that. And I always prepared myself for that. So I had certain people entrusted with millions of dollars.
So what he's saying is when the feds got him, he had so many millions on the street, which means so many people owed him money, so many people probably was holding money, stashed and things of that nature for him. So he thought that even though the feds started taking his shit, taking his sister cars, his cars, freezing bank accounts and things of that nature, he felt like he still had enough money in order to make it due to what people owed him. Until they went to running off with the money. We already know that's what happened. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that Cash App, it is pinned in the top of the chat. Till they went to running off with them bags. We already know when you go to the jail, the feds, you know they're gonna run off with them bags.
I thought that would have my best interest at heart if I did longer bids, but when I got caught that specific time, a lot of them niggas thought it was completely over.
See?
So they all ran off and did what they did. But I forgive them.
And when you say they ran off with what exactly?
What money? The money that they owe. Remember I was getting all these niggas different packs and shit. So I went in with you. Whatever that was getting, they owed me.
Talk to these guys since, seen them since?
I mean, for a minute I was aggravated, I was upset and things that matter, but I forgive everybody because I'm no longer selling drugs. So, you know
man, you got me fucked up.
So the feds took.
I want my money. Where my money? I want my motherfucking money. I want my motherfucking money. I don't give a fuck if I ain't selling drugs no more. That kind of money right there, I want my motherfucking money. And one way or another, I'm gonna get it. I want it even more now that I ain't selling drugs no more, because you owe me my motherfucking money. If you do not pay me my motherfucking money, I got something for you. And I ain't gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make one motherfucking example. One example. It gonna be any, many, mighty motherfucking mo. Whoever it is. Any, many, mighty mo. And I'm gonna make an example. So for the people after that, when I come knocking for my money, you know what it is. I ain't gonna be hostile about it. I'm gonna be nice about it. Oh, it's okay. You ain't got it. Okay. 6 months later, your whole motherfucking you gonna drown in the pool, bitch. No, to my that's what they gonna think. I'm telling you, I want my money. Hell no, that kind of money, millions of dollars. might be motherfucking all holy and telling the truth, but I'm telling you now, millions of dollars. Now if it's a little bit of money that it gonna be stupid for me to risk my freedom for, then yeah, like $200, couple $1,000, yeah. But a couple $100,000, half a meal, nigga, I want my money. You already ran off. You supposed to get fucked up anyway. I want my money. Straight up. You done flipped that shit and came up 1,000 times while I've been in jail for these 6 years. I want my motherfucking money. You supposed to be dead anyway, bitch, for running off. You better give me my motherfucking money. And you better hope on putting no interest on it, nigga. I'm not in the streets. I need my money. I want my motherfucking money. And I'm not saying it. As many times I just said it right here, I'm not saying it that many times to nobody. Real shit. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. Marita boy has at some point had to persuade people to pay. I have had to do that. And I have never had a problem with doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, real shit. Real shit now. Real shit. My partner Tory Guns, he'll tell you. He be in the chat sometime. I have had to persuade people to pay. And I have never had a problem doing it. I'm just telling you. If you in the streets, we all done had people that's done ran off or we had to hunt down or something like that. And we don't have no problem trying to persuade you to pay. I'm just telling you.
All cars.
Yeah, that's
your mom's sister's cars.
I'm telling you.
Everything.
I ain't never killed nobody SLK, but
just.
I got my money.
The gloves and shit.
Not all the time, but
Major losses,
I'm trying every time.
I only have 1,000.
I ain't always got it. Some motherfuckers got away scot clean. I ain't never see them bitches again. Some motherfuckers I let slide, but others, and him on that toe, or that torch, that goddamn torch fire lighter. That bitch will do it.
So there was never a time where I would lose everything and trip off it because I'm so used to getting it back. I'm so used to going back and hustling. They can take everything, but they can't take a nigga hustle.
Yeah. What's your relationship with I think his name is Dookie Wild?
Right.
He's been hitting me for years about an interview.
Yeah.
And
Dookie Wild gonna be Dookie Wild.
Yeah.
You know, I was the best for everybody, you feel me? But however what he did was fucked up. You smell me? Me in my head with anybody around me, with anybody in the village, I always was for us. I ain't give a fuck if you go tell on him or any nigga else. I ain't give a fuck what you did. That's y'all business. You smell me? But this not. If you tell on a breadwinner, the nigga that took care of you, you gotta think about it when you came.
I don't agree with that shit right there, Rollo. Rollo say he don't give a damn. If you was in the village, he don't give a damn who you go tell on outside of the village. But don't tell on me. No. If we doing some illegal shit, we doing some shit that can get us time, it matters if you done told on somebody else. Because if you get in a jam, it's ABC 1, 2, 3 that you probably would tell on me. So I care if you done told on somebody else outside of over here. You feel me? I care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to tell on me for me not to do no shit with you, no street shit with you. If I know you done told, what fucking sense that make me getting into some street shit with you and putting my life on the line and you got a track record of telling on people? That's just dumb. I won't even blame you at that point. Then I blame my motherfucking self. You know what I mean? I'm dumber than a bitch. Hell no.
I mean, sometimes it wasn't even no shit right on the wall. It wasn't no 2x4s. It wasn't no toilets. It wasn't no carpet. It wasn't no floors. It wasn't no sinks. So when you give a nigga a fresh apartment, brand new, you gave a nigga a tub. You gave a some money in their pocket and they do that to you. And they do that to you. That shit put a scar in you that can't be healed. You smell me? So it took a lot of praying. You smell me? It took a lot of praying. And you know, and it took me to get out because, you know, the best revenge is life is success. You smell me? And as you see, every day of my life was the same.
Yeah. If you don't mind, like, how much was you bringing in a week?
I can't even calculate it because, you know, in the street sometimes it's slow. It's not
On average, though.
It depends on. You really can't, because sometimes.
Bro, I don't know how much motherfucking money he was bringing in. He just don't want to tell it because he don't want them feds to see this shit because he's still on federal probation too. Let me tell you something. Anytime anybody that I know ever went to the feds, like on drug charges, something like that, you get 5 years federal probation mandatory. Mandatory. Anybody that goes to the feds for drug charges, when they get out of the feds, they don't get out scot-free. The feds don't let nobody out for drug charges, as far as I know, scot-free. You have 5 years mandatory, and maybe sometimes more depending on who you are. I think Sammy the Bull got lifetime probation, but you get 5 years probation mandatory. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button.
Get a good pack with everybody on. Sometimes you'll get a pack, you'll try to get that same pack back that nobody ain't interested in. So numbers in the street don't really balance out. That shit just never like, okay, this is my salary. This man, but I always count the profit. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I bought, I try to make $1 million profit. You smell me? And whatever profit margin I get, I front out to everybody.
Yeah.
To the point where when I had $7, $8 million, I was able to just do my thing.
What would you consider a good week, though?
A good week? Shit, when all of it goes with the whole house clear.
Yeah.
That's the best week you got.
So I mean, when did it hit?
So I see what he said. So he said he would front all his profit out. So RALO hustles sort of like I used to hustle, right? I hustled on the fast flip, right? So you got a lot of kind of hustle, but these are the two main hustles. You got the type of guy that's gonna squeeze everything. He gonna squeeze a quarter to the eagle screen, right? That's how my brother was. My brother, if he gonna try to bust your head on everything you get, he gonna try to make the most money out of every pack he get. Not me. I'm gonna try to get that bitch gone. I'm going to cut my profit in order to get it gone. Because the longer you sit on it, the more likely it is that you're going to spend some of the money that you make it, that you profiting. So my thing was, the quicker I can go back to the re-up, the quicker I can, you know what I mean, put a profit up. So if I was on a profit, let's say if I was on a profit, and say if I could profit $5,000, right? Say I could profit $5,000. I cut my profit to 3. You know what I'm saying? I make everything bigger. You know what I mean? More quality. So I'm gonna be the top guy that you're gonna think about going to spend your money with. So while that guy over there, while he trying to sell you something small and trying to squeeze every dime out of his pack, me, I'm selling it big. And I'm getting all the customers. I'm cornering the market. So that's gonna make me able to go back and re-up quicker. That's how I hustle. Now, the profit, I don't even know how much I profited. You know why? Because it's still turning. I might be done read up 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? So what RALO's saying is, once he front out his profit, and he still keep going back and reading up, just think now, he could sit back, let's say he sit back 1 week or 2 and just collect all the money that people owe him. That might be $3-4 million. You see what I'm saying? It might have done took him 8-9 trips to get that, but he ain't missed nothing because he's still going to re-up. Long as he can re-up, he ain't going into his re-up money. Long as that's paying, long as the money he done spent on jets and clothes and bills and all of that ain't affecting his re-up, and he still got money out there he gotta collect, it's a win about is when you can't re-up. Is when your expenses so much that you can't re-up. And that's what happens when you sitting on your packs too long. When you sit on them bitch too long, you trying to squeeze every dime out of a pack instead of flipping that bitch and get that bitch gone. You're going to eventually have your bills going to come up, your rent, your car note, your insurance, your phone bill, food, clothes. While you sitting on that goddamn pack, that all them bills done hit your ass, and now you got that pack right there, and you got to pay these bills, and you sitting there looking crazy. That's how you gonna go in the motherfucking hole, cause you got bills to pay. Now flip that shit as fast as you can. Get your clientele going, so that shit gone out the way like that. So he hustle like me. That's when I did hustle. I'm out the streets now, y'all. I'm YouTube hustling. That's why I'm up here in the middle of the night. That's why I'm up at 3:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 2:30 in the morning on the West Coast. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please donate to the channel. The cash out is pinned in the chat. Let's go, RALO, Mr. Dog Food.
And I know you've been, in and out of prison, in and out of jail. But like, when did it hit you? I mean, because you was at a point to where you could do anything in the world. You could be anywhere in the world, drive any car in the world, to be sitting in a box. You know what I mean? Like, when did it hit you that, you had to serve that 4 years?
Nah, that was 8. It
was an 8-year bid, but
Slide out the sweet lullabies. Make money while you sleep, for real. That's that stock, ain't SLK. That's that crypto.
I mean, I think when it hit me was when I was in visitation coming from the hole, because I fight a lot of this. Like, I always be flying, I always be sneaking cell phones in, I always be doing shit like that. So one day I was in a hole, and while I was in the hole, they was escorting me down in Lovejoy to the visitation to see my girl, my son. And when I looked at my son, I looked at my daughter, and they was on that glass.
Hit that like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button.
That shit key, bro. That shit like key, because when you doing this shit, when you selling the dope or whatever you doing to provide for them, you're not thinking of the sacrifices that you taking that will hurt them more than them just being poor. I'd rather for them to have some Payless on and I'm out than have some Javinci on and I'm in. You smell me? So like, that shit kept right down. When you looking at them kids, man, because out here, it be fun and games, everybody be happy and shit. But when you behind that wall and you seeing a kid grow up, that shit, you can't go to a father-daughter dance. You can't goddamn go to your kid 5th grade graduation or kindergarten graduation, and when goddamn your daughter start a period, it's just a little bit of shit that we little things don't even look at now.
You're 100% right, and this is the point that I wanted. Hit that like button that I wanted all you guys to hear. RALO is talking about something that a lot of people don't talk about when they're talking about the streets or the consequences to being in the streets. Listen, I heard people say, oh, I had to rob so my kids could have, I had to do this crime or something so my kids can have. I'm here to tell you, take it from somebody who got 9 felonies. Take it somebody that is a former street pharmacist that got a lot of charges, right? That's a lie. You didn't have to do none of that for your kids. You did that shit because you wanted to. Hold on, let me take that back. Say better than that. We did that shit because we wanted to. That shit was an excuse. All of that shit was an excuse. Shout out to TN Bones. That shit was an excuse. So if you ever hear anybody from the street say, I had to do this in order for my kids to have it, that's a fucking lie. Because let me tell you something about that. Those children would rather have you free or alive and be poor than to be dead or in prison. And RALO just said that. RALO just said, I'd rather my kids wear Payless and I be free than to wear Gavinci and I'm in jail without them. And they would give that up too. Because the number one thing that children want from their parents is time. It's not about the money. It's not about the design. I don't give a fuck what you see on Instagram and all that. What they really want is time. You could be the poorest motherfucker in the world and your children are going to love you. Especially if you're struggling and you're trying to provide for them. What the movie Will Smith had with his son son, The Pursuit of Happiness. You see the bond they had? Nigga, when your mama, a lot of us come from humble beginnings. When our mamas and daddies are poor, what we say? We don't be mad at them for being poor. We say, boy, when I get up, when I grow up, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna buy my mama a house. I'm gonna make sure my mama don't gotta work so hard. I'm gonna make sure this, I'm gonna make sure that. You as a child take some of the burden on yourself. Know what I'm saying? Even as a child in your mind, you dream of being able to help your family. Shannon Sharpe, all he talked about is his granny. When he got rich, he talked about helping his granny. That's all he wanted was to help his grandmama, who had the house with the roof, with the leaky roof and the outhouse out back and all that type of shit. All them kids want is time. Trust me. They don't care about the rest of that shit. I had a daddy who had all kind of money. My biological father had all kind of money. Every time I seen my daddy, he gave me money. Every time. I didn't see him that often, but when I seen him as a kid, elementary, he gave me money. My stepdaddy was there every day. He gave me $1. We had $1 allowance or whatever, but my stepdaddy taught me how to fish. When my stepdaddy would go into the bathroom, I'm 3 and 4 years old. When my stepdaddy would go into the bathroom to shave, I would be standing right there beside him with my little G.I. Joe man with the little soap on my face, pretending like I was shaving. You see what I'm saying? When my stepdaddy would go out to work on the car, my mama's car, I would get under the car with my stepdaddy with my little fake toy wrench, and I'd be faking like I'm taking a screw apart. See what I'm saying? That's the shit that made me closer to my stepfather than my father. It was the time that we share. That's all kids want. So that goes back to what Rallo's saying. And that's another big reason why I got out of the streets. Listen, me and somebody were talking about this last night when I first saw this interview. My son is 20 years old now. My daughter is 22 and I got a 20-month-old, right? Since my kids been alive, I only did 3 months in jail. Since they've been alive. And I did that when they was 3 years old and 4 years old. You know why I stopped that shit? I turned myself in at that time. I ended up turning myself in. I had to tell my children that I was gonna have to turn myself in. You should have seen them children cry. When I sat them down and told them that I had to turn myself in, they cried. My baby mama, God bless her, the one that passed, she wanted me to tell them, because I told her, I said, what we gonna do, tell them I'm going out of town? She said, no, you got to tell them what's going on. Bro, she said, I'll bring them over there to you later on. She brought them over to my house. We weren't together at the time. And I sat them down on the couch. And before I could get the story out, both of my kids, my son and my daughter, the tears just rolled down their eyes. Because they was not finna have their daddy. Bruh, that shit broke me. I ain't did no jail time since, nigga. Knock on wood, and I'm so proud of that. My daughter 22, my son 29. So I've been free and able to be here for them, spend time with them, make memories with them. Know what I mean? So I'll take not having what I used to have. I would sacrifice having to work a 9 to 5 in order to be out here with my children. Know what I mean? That's why that goes back to when I was talking about Angela Simmons and herself putting herself in danger and things of that nature. Sometimes you got to sacrifice for your kids. You got to see the long haul. I could have still been out here living how I used to live, but who knows if my life expectancy would have been shorter. So I retire. I'll retire from the streets. I'll retire early. I retire early. You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't had no bricks. I wasn't no millionaire by then. Fuck it. I had them beat the statistics. So what the fuck I'm finna sit out there for and keep pressing my luck until I fuck around and get killed or I fuck around and catch a life sentence trying to be the brick man or trying to feel like I'm pressed for time because I already feel like I already should have had it. No, you gotta be smarter than that. Quitting while you're ahead is not the same as it's not the same as quitting, nigga. So I gave that shit up. And I got a chance to see my beautiful granddaughter, nigga. know what I'm saying? Nigga, I got a light-skinned and beautiful granddaughter, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Love her to death, nigga. Nigga, how many people, like, it's a blessing to be able to see not your children, but your children, nigga. Like, you feel me? Nigga, I done made a lineage, nigga. Facts. I know once I'm gone, nigga, I done left a lineage and I got to see that. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. Thank you, God. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, the little things.
So that shit kept me in that discussion.
So you say you got in a lot of fights and shit?
Yeah.
Were just people fucking with you and shit?
I wouldn't say people were fucking with me. I was
Thank you, T.N.
I was stressed out.
Yeah.
I was bored. Shit. Sometimes you need some physical. I can't get no pussy out. I gotta get some.
Flip side of that, not saying she calling herself, but you know one thing that make me sad when I see my granddaughter, that my children's mama, my son's mama, my daughter's mama, she didn't live to see our granddaughter. I would have loved it to hold out my granddaughter or see her hold my granddaughter and say, look, this what we made. We made this, nigga, me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we went together, because she's my friend. I be like, nigga, look, this is our granddaughter. This is our grandbaby. Like, I would have loved it that. So when I see my granddaughter, I be happy, but I be sad. Because my baby mama didn't get a chance to see her. You know? That shit fuck with me.
Oh my God, some guys make me tired of this motherfucker. So like, majority of my fights came from, injustice. Like, I don't really, anytime I see a bully in the dome, I'm on his ass, he gotta show me. It smell me like, people that have hatred towards Islam. It smell me because like, behind the wall, I practice Islam real heavy, and I was about to email to like 11 different places. So like, whenever that occurred, when niggas, because as soon as we get to Quran, you got 1,000 niggas bringing our Bibles now. Like, it's a fucking religious war here. You know what I mean? So like, sucker shit like that, I ain't telling nobody not to practice. I believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? As a Muslim, we supposed to believe in the Bible. We're supposed to believe in the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran. All three of the revelations that have came down. However, you got some niggas that just evil, bro. And that evil shit, I don't be with, you know what I'm saying? That shit, like, out here, I can get in my car, get in my Maybach, anything, and just ride away and get away from that sort of shit. But in there, lock me down. Man, boy, I'm gonna beat your ass, you gonna beat my ass, we gonna die in this motherfucker. Smell me like, that's what it is, man. Then I be stressing about bitches with my girl, all kind of shit we going on. Nigga be out here, like, doing all kind of lame shit. That shit is why you fuck crazy, so I'm gonna beat somebody. One of these niggas that make me mad at me. You be mad at some shit.
I want to say something too, because I don't know if we're going to get to it, because I might switch it and go to another shit, and then we come back to this on probably tomorrow. Because tomorrow is, well, today is Friday, so this will be a good one to do. But I'm going to hit on something that a lot of people don't think about too, and that's when I think I talked to you guys about when I had dated the girl who said that if I was in the street, she wouldn't have dated me. Remember the girl I was telling y'all about, that her baby daddy, was a big time dude, and she had done broke up with him and got away from that life because she got tired of the stuff that came with that life. And Sexy Red saying that she like street dudes, she like to do the car chases, the shootouts, and all that shit. I say that shit was ignorant. RALO gonna hit on that in this interview, which is a very profound thing that I didn't even think about, but it does piggyback on the back of that. RALO say that when you go to jail, when you're a street dude and you go to jail, your girl got to put up with a lot. Your girl got to take care of the kids. Your girl got to work. Your girl got to send you money. Your girl got to answer them phone calls. Your girl got to come get you. You know what I mean? She got to make sure the bills, all of that shit get paid. On top of that, if she don't answer the phone for you or if she don't come see you, she lame. You gonna cuss out. She ain't shit. Hold on. On top of that, RALO just did 6 years. If your girl go fuck another nigga, she a pussy ass hoe, ain't her? She ain't shit, ain't her? This bitch ain't shit, ain't her? Just think about it now. But you put yourself in a situation of where you was gonna be away from her and away from your kids, and she got all of this to deal with. She got the bills. She got you. It's like she got a whole nother kid because you in jail now. She got to answer the phone for you. She got to be at home. She got to take care of the bills. She got to take care of the kids. She got to send you money. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's what that girl that I was telling you about was saying. That's the shit that she said that she wasn't finna deal with anymore. Raising the kids without the daddy and all of that type of shit. She wasn't finna deal with that no more. That's what come with dating a street nigga. That's why that shit that Sexy Red was talking about was stupid than a motherfucker. That's the shit we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, you know, you go through phases. You're young, that's what you like, yada yada this, yada yada that. But if you got a little bit of sense, like street dudes who head first in the street, it's a lot that come with dealing with that type. And most likely, you're gonna ride, you ain't riding long, but you're going real far. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a flash in the pan. More than likely, one way or the other, if you have a child by a street dude, he's gonna be taken away from you by something. Either he's gonna be in jail for a long time or the grave's gonna hit him. One of the two. You know what I mean? If he really, especially if he really got some motion. If he really got some motion, yeah, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Because one day it's gonna be our day. I don't give a fuck what you doing, bro. If you doing something illegal, one day it's gonna be your day. I'm telling you this shit. Take it from somebody who got 9 felonies. You gonna come out the door one day and the police gonna seem like they fall out the sky. I swear to God, that's how it happens. So I just want y'all to know that when you're doing whatever you do. I'm telling you this how it happens. How come you think we keep turning on the internet every other week or every other month and we hear about these guys losing their lives? We done went through the whole STL crew. Think about it. We done went through the whole STL crew. Bloodhound Jeff, he came on our radar, and 45 days later he was dead. He was a popsicle. Lil Scoon did a DJU interview, and 24 hours later he was laying on a cold slab. Somebody I talked to today we was talking about this type of stuff, and they made a good observation. They say we didn't watch King Von for his music or nothing like that. We watched King Von for the Crash House. Let's be real. We all heard and understood what King Von said that he did and he was into, and we were just sitting there watching a slow motion car wreck. We watched King Von for the Crash House. The same thing we watching Von off 1700 for right now. Tell me you not watching Von off 1700 for the Crash Out right now. I know I am. I'm just telling you. Right now, I'm watching Von off 1700 for the Crash Out. I don't know not one song he made. I'm just waiting for the Crash Out. Do I hope he crash out? No. I hope he wake up and change his life and go back to reading books, because that's what it looked like he used to do in his spare time. But if he don't, crash out.
And you just think about all the bullshit that went on. So
I'm telling you what I started fighting for too.
I got a nigga talking.
Hit that like button, y'all.
This shit that you like that behind the wall.
Yeah. Was it like any friends or people outside the wall that was kind of changed up while you were inside? You know, not answering certain phone calls or you know, people that you expected more from? Or did everybody pretty much stay solid with you?
I mean, me personally, myself, I can't really speak for nobody else, but I ain't really into calling a nigga from jail. Like, I'm not no nigga that want to cake on the phone with a nigga from jail.
2014 and 2016. Damn.
I call my partners, I call them 15 minutes now and then, but if I ain't got no cell phone, maybe if I got a phone, that motherfucker, we kick it, but you know, in the feds, you don't get 300 minutes a month. So, I'm not finna call nobody and waste my goddamn minutes to talk on the phone with no nigga. I'm already here with that.
Bro, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. The last time I went to jail, when I said I did them 3 months, I ain't had no girlfriend. So, them was the Like, I had money. I had my own money. I turned myself in. Like, I turned myself in with my own money. I had, I think, like a couple $1,000s. Not that much, less than five. But I paid my own lawyer off. I put collect call on everybody if I had a warrant. So I knew eventually I was gonna go to jail. And I turned myself in. I didn't want to end up. I didn't know how much time I was gonna get, but I knew at least if I go to jail now, I was gonna have me some money where I have to ask nobody for shit for a little bit. And you know, that's how I did it. But it was the easiest time that I ever did. So but I have been in there and had a girlfriend. That shit be rough, bro. That shit be rough. You know, cause you have, you know, that's your girl, so you have expectations on her. You know what I'm saying? But the part you don't understand is when you in jail, you know, those people who love you, they in jail too. You know, like those people's lives are, they're in jail, they're doing time with you, especially if they kept you, your mama, your children, and your girl that she kept you. But at the end of the day, she's a human being. She got, you know, she like, it depends on how deep she was into what you had going on with her. What you had going on, it depends on how deep she was into it. But I'm saying, you can expect it, but it ain't gonna happen. You can't expect them to sit around and just put their life on hold for you. That shit gonna get old. Some women can ride out. Some women can ride out longer than others. But at the end of the day, some dudes look at it different. Some dudes look at it like, I done looked out for this bitch. I done caked this bitch. I done put this bitch up in this. I done put this bitch up in that. And she supposed to ride out with me because she know this come with it. But a lot of times those dudes end up with their feelings hurt when they find out that woman she got her somebody. Listen, let me tell you what happened. Me and my baby mama lived upstairs in an apartment. Her brother lived downstairs in the same apartments, but downstairs, catty-corner from us. He and with his family, he didn't have no kids by the girl, but he went with the girl. He was with her for a long time, and she had children. He ended up going to prison. My baby mama brother, he ended up going to prison. Like he did like 2 years. She moved the nigga in. To her house. Like this was her nigga. Like living together. Like my baby mama, we seen this. Like we seen it. Like these bitches be some bold bitches, boy, I'm telling you. She had a nigga. We lived upstairs, downstairs. We lived upstairs. So, and this was for a long time, like maybe a year or so. Shit, I knew the nigga. Like, if I, like, you know, it done got to the point, you know what I mean? Nigga asked me, I got some blunt. Bro, you got a blunt? Yeah, I got one. You know what I mean? Like, so she had a whole nigga while my baby mama brother was in jail. Do you know the day before my baby mama brother got out of jail, his girlfriend kicked the nigga out. Kicked him out. Ultimately, kicked him out, threw his shit out in the yard. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He didn't understand, because he didn't know the nigga was finna get out. Kicked him out, threw the shit out, everything. Nigga, swear to God, on everything. The nigga called his people that came, got his shit out the yard, you know what I mean? He don't know why she got mad and kicked him out. But we did. We sat right down the porch with our popcorn. We sat right down the porch with our popcorn and motherfucking watched the shit go down. The next day, my baby mama brother got out of jail. Went right into the house. She welcomed, oh, baby, I missed you. Oh, I missed you. Hey, look, my brother-in-law, he brought that shit up a little bit ago. He was like, yeah, y'all knew that nigga was in my motherfucking house. Y'all ain't even tell me this and that. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing. I just was watching how these people move, and I was just in awe. Eating my popcorn on the place, standing on the porch, looking down at Tanel like, damn, this some cold shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, you know, in the hood, a lot of times shit go down, you just sit there and watch. If nigga, I'm the type of motherfucker when shit going down in the hood. Oh, I'm definitely coming out on the porch to watch. I'm definitely sitting there like this him. And I might hit my girl. Hey, babe, come outside, babe, come on. I'm an instigator. I'm sitting there like him. And we sitting there just watching this shit. Yeah, hit that like button. But yeah, so they play it cold sometimes. So how you counteract that, fellas? Stop going to jail and putting that making that situation more able to happen. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like, we out there. You could be out there hustling and doing whatever you're doing in order to get money and taking care of your family, your girl, and this and that there. But I'm just here to tell you, if it go bad and you go to jail, don't feel bad when your family move on without you, because you got a lot of time, or you got a amount of time that your family don't want to wait for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't put yourself in that situation. I'm just telling you. So in your mind, you could be doing it for your family, but I'm telling you, your best bet is to be doing something legal, so you don't be taken away from your family, and your family don't move on without you while you're doing time. You're gonna feel real bad. You're gonna feel real hurt. You're gonna feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna look at it like you did all this for them, but that's not really true. You did that because you chose to, because it's a lot of things that you could have did legally that you could have still provided for them, and you wouldn't have been taken away from them. I'm just telling you. You can do what you want to do, but I'm just telling you.
I want to talk to my bitch. So, like,
What's up, Anonymous?
I think that jail is a place where a lot of niggas get closer to their girl or their significant other. It creates that bondage.
Right.
So I ain't really want to see nobody. I just want my girl to come see me and my kids. I want to hug on them. I want the family time. You know what I mean? So even though somebody did switch up, I wouldn't let them know. Because if I ain't what you don't see, shit, it don't hurt.
Yeah. You know what I mean? What type of inmates were you in there with? Was it murderers or scammers or drug dealers?
I think that when I was in Rice Street, I was on the South floor at 300 South, you know what I mean? And that wasn't nothing but purpose. It was not one petty crime. That was the highest level. So when you go to the feds and you get around, these kind of dudes, man, these niggas be scammers and shit. Not saying, not talking low on those scammers, you know what I mean? But like, them type of niggas weren't really like, when you get to the LCIs and the pins, yeah, it bind. Because I was in the LCI and I worked my way down to a low, and I could have went to a count, but however, I was too short on time, so I was getting released. Because I did 4 years of county. You know me, like just going to county jail to county jail. So by the time I got to the feds, I was at like 4.5 years, under 5. I'm finna get out. So when I got to the LCI, we had niggas in that motherfucker with forever.
For life, yeah.
So, but the feds is a lot more different because you got niggas going to the yard and work. You got niggas going to child and work. You got dudes down, doing janitor work inside.
Did you work inside there?
I worked on the radio.
Yeah.
I worked on the radio. It was COVID. I wanted to go out there.
Yeah. Just to make time go by.
Yeah. I mean, I don't got no problem working now. I go cut the grass now.
Real nigga.
I'm just one of them niggas that like, even my.
Looking to hire medical staff, tech support. The right skill.
Even my little niggas, and all my little homies, they always tell me, stop, don't work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nigga, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I'm just that type of nigga that don't even really care no matter how much money I get. I remember cutting grass out. And then it's good to cut grass because it gives me some kind of feel with earth. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I work. Yeah.
So how much is that in the feds? Like, how much is that per hour?
In the feds?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that thing can be like $20 a month.
$20 a month.
I seen niggas that working in the kitchen got $75,000 on their book. Because you can sell hamburgers, hot dogs. I went into that. I had Gold Mama send me some money if I needed some money.
Damn, $20 a month. Shout out to Third Eye Mafia.
I can count on. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never need to sell that. Them niggas in there selling dudes and doing what they gotta do.
He says niggas that work in the kitchen that had $75,000 on their books from selling like hamburgers and shit out the kitchen. Damn. Look, I'm gonna say this, bro. I ain't gonna tell nobody business. But I got a homie that hit me up. And he told me he got $100,000 now in jail. That shit made me mad. I was like, damn, boy, nigga in jail got more money than me. I gotta tighten the fuck up. I'm telling you, I got a homie that hit me, say he got $100,000 right now in jail. I got mad. I say, damn, bro, I gotta tighten up. Ain't no way a nigga in jail should have more money than me. But they do. Telling you. He says, Rollo just said his niggas in jail, they got $75,000 on their books for selling food out the kitchen. Know what I'm saying? I got mad. I was for real. Like how? Like I'm severely bullshitting. And where I'm from, bullshitting is worse than stealing. Yeah.
Survive. You know what I'm saying? However, I had a grand support system on the outside that was willing to do whatever for me.
Yeah. What was one of the craziest things you witnessed? Whether if it was like a stabbing.
ATN. You know the crazy part? I ain't even ask him either. I didn't even ask him what he was doing either. That's the crazy part. I didn't even ask him. Yeah. I could only imagine.
Some near-death experiences, or like even with yourself during COVID. I know a lot of people going crazy in their lockdown and shit.
But I seen a mob who, I ain't gonna say his name, he had 44 murders. He had 44 murders. And like, I seen this documentary when he was coming up, right? And the nigga goddamn was just hate rats. He was hating this. He was just, you know how them Sartain dudes.
You got some.
Respect. I seen that nigga sleep in the room with a nigga that told. That nigga was always.
I think what it be though is in jail you can sell shit for a lot higher. You know what I mean? Like they sell K2 in jail. You know, like people get exploded now. They got drones that drop drugs off in the yard, shit like that. So, phones and shit be $800-900. Them little small ass, cheap ass phones you get from Walmart that's like $40-50. You know, then they got the smartphones now. They got them bitches in there too now. Them bitches probably cost. You know, so they doing all kind of fraud from in jail. K2 is big in jail. K2, that synthetic weed, because they drug test sometimes in jail too. You know what I'm saying? So if you come up positive for drugs in jail, you know, you can get in trouble for that. Lose your time, go to the whole shit like that. So how people substitute that is they smoke the K2 though, the synthetic weed, and niggas charge for that shit. You know what I mean? They charge for everything in jail. You heard the niggas selling hamburgers and shit out of the kitchen, and they was charging for that. I worked in the kitchen, but I wasn't up in the prison. I worked in the kitchen in the county. I ain't sell shit. Now I mean, I'm not smuggling no hamburgers back in my ass and all type of shit. I'm not even eating that type of shit. So I'm not buying shit from no kitchen. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, but some people do, and you'll be surprised the type of shit that people hustle in jail. I promise you, everything.
And for a nigga to have 44 murders, and now he in the room, but he couldn't do shit. He was on a cane.
And then what Rollo just says, he knew a dude that had 44 murders, a mob dude. And you know, he used to hate, the dude hate rats and things of that nature. He saw that dude that had 44 murders and had life in federal prison, sleep in a room with somebody who had told. And then he realized that, he said the dude was old, you know, the mob dude was old, had a cane and all this type of shit, so he really couldn't do nothing. But what he realized is all that shit that you saying that you won't put up with or this and that there while you on the streets. But when you in jail, that shit run out, like, because what he gonna do? What he gonna do, kill that dude too? Like, okay, that's 45. You know what I mean? That's 45, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Some people would kill him. But he said the dude was so old, that dude, the snitch probably would have killed him. You know what I mean? So, all of that ratting, and all them people that he killed probably for ratting and all of that, that got him in there, now you got to do your time with a rat. Life of motherfuckers, boy, I'm telling you.
So like, that when you open up up your mind. You say, okay, cool out here. All these niggas populate city county jail, but
Damn.
in prison 20
That's
years
crazy.
later.
Hold on. SLK say he know dudes that got locked up on purpose to sell dope in jail allegedly. Now that is fucking crazy. I'm with you, Tanel. Now that just dropped the mic. I can see if you go to jail because you homeless and it's a cold winter in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like I can see that. Like it's a cold winter in Chicago. You homeless. You just go bust the window out of Macy's and sit there for the police to take you to jail. Yeah, I can understand that. It's warm in there. You get a hot meal. You ain't got to, you ain't got to sleep in the freezer. But to go to jail to sell drugs, that's crazy. Shout out to DJ U. Shout out to DJ U. Hey, look, that's crazy. SLK, you say you knew niggas that went to jail to motherfucking sell drugs? I have no motherfucking words. Hey, DJ U, that's crazy. You motherfucking interviewed goddamn Lil Scoon 24 hours right before he was murdered. That's crazy. Hey, look, matter of fact, that's why I gotta tell you, DJ U. Do you realize that you have like this little thing when you go to talking to people and you go to telling people that you wish they'd stay out of the streets and shit like that there? Do you realize the clock go to ticking on their ass? I seen that shit happen with goddamn Lil Scoon, Bloodhound Jeff, and you just did it with goddamn Lil Bert. You just did it with Bert. I'm just saying, I hope Bert live. I hope Bert live. God bless him. I don't wish no bad on him. But do you notice when you go to telling people that shit? Do you know that? Do you know that when you go to, when you go to telling people that, it seems like you be doing it out of the kindness of your heart. But I noticed like Bloodhound Jeff and Lil Scoon, you tried to talk some sense into them. And that karma came back for them. So rest in heaven to them boys. And I hope Bert listened to you because I saw your interview with Bert. So I hope Bert listened to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So salute to you, gang. Salute to you. Salute to you. Keep doing what you're doing.
30 years later, this nigga's been out 50 years. He out here than judge, he out here than lawyers. It's hard for him to put in appeals because the judge dead and the other judge dead. So like, it's just.
Those boys were crashing out. You can see it from a mile away. For real, bro. For real. I just wish that they would care more about their own life. You know what I'm saying? Because I be looking at them. I be looking at them on your channel. I be like, damn, do they even care about themselves? Fuck the ops. Fuck all of that. We know you don't like them. But do you care about yourself enough for you to want to live? For you to want to stop doing that shit what you doing? Because y'all dying. Lil Scoon was 18 years old, man. I like to listen to Lil Scoon. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the Bloodhound Jeff. When I was listening to Bloodhound Jeff talk, I said, damn, he got some charisma. He got some charisma. But that shit don't be worth it, dog. But I'm older than a lot of them, so I see things a lot different than them. But I be reporting on these people's deaths and shit. We blog and we report on their deaths and shit. But that shit don't bring me no joy, dog. I just want them all to live, bro. I wish King Von was alive. I wish LBG Duck was alive. I wish Bloodhound Jeff was alive. All of them shits, bro. Like, but they just keep becoming content, my nigga. So that's why here on this channel, I just keep trying to spin it for something positive and send a message out so that the people that still here, the young ones that still here, they can learn from that, because that's what that shit be. That shit be a cautionary tale for those of us that still living, not to do that, not to go down that road. You know what I'm saying? Because that karma be real. That shit be real, dog. That shit be real. That shit be real. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I hate that shit. I hate it. I don't even know him and I hate it. You know what I mean? For real. Because I got kids and I got kids. You know what I mean? So I don't even want that shit to happen though. But shout out to DJU, man. Appreciate you for swinging through, man. You know what I mean? Showing some love. That's some real shit there. Real shit there, man. I see what you're trying to do though, and I do see that you be trying to talk to those young men. I see that you I see that you be trying to talk to them. You know what I mean? You ain't just you ain't trying to exploit them. You trying to tell them because you hoping that they listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So that they can change and but they I don't know, bro. Like, but you doing what you're supposed to do. You doing what you're supposed to do. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they can't say that you didn't try to help. You didn't try to tell them. You didn't try to steer them the right way. You know. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button, y'all. Salute to DJU. Show DJU some love in the chat, man, for stopping through, man. You always welcome at DJU. I'm already subscribed to your channel, so you know.
Seeing a motherfucking old fella walk around prison that been there 40, 50 years. What you gonna do? What the hell you gonna do if a nigga, if a snitch or any type of nigga come in that motherfucker? What you gonna do? So this right now shit, this shit ain't talking about a bitch ass thing. You need to look at that old man and this how you would determine what you need to do in life.
I appreciate you too, bro.
Because what he did apparently was right.
Yeah.
But I salute him. I love you, man. He probably still alive. When I left him,
Appreciate you, bro. You subscribing, that's real.
Master.
That's real. I appreciate you, bro. I'ma still be here pushing the positivity and shit. You know, we growing. We just got some 5,000 subscribers, so I appreciate the love, man. And I appreciate you stopping through because my subscribers see that, and that's gonna help me. So I appreciate you showing the love and giving back to the little channels and stuff like that because you didn't have to stop through, bro. You could have just kept on scrolling. So I appreciate you, man. I really do, and I remember that.
who the fuck wanna go to medical every day? I mean, that old in prison, he was rich. Nigga had money, probably more money than me. You smell me? But, that's the wildest shit. A nigga getting stabbed and that shit don't bother me. Niggas been doing that shit. Niggas die every day, B.
Yeah.
So, like, that type of shit never was a wild moment. Wild moment is like, nigga, you said them over 50 years and you forced to deal with this shit. I know niggas with 7 murders, some of my DC homies, shout out to DC, good niggas, man. That's willing to do everything to get out. Niggas is trying to get out of there, man. Like, you got some, I don't mean, if you want it, you got niggas getting on that deuce, the K2 and shit. You got niggas getting on that and they just trying to hide their time away. But intelligent men, niggas that want to go home to their kids, they in that law out there.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though. Shout out to him because I'm just thinking that's motivation right there, y'all. We've been doing this for a little bit, and every so often God will bless us with, like nugget, like people like DJU. You know what I'm saying? He say, seeing TV, I'm glad I woke up now. Look. So, God will bless us with people coming through. Tanir 10, you was up here when Fredo Bang slid through. You know what I mean? We done had everybody slide through. We done had Sko slide through. We done had Rainwater slide through. We done had Track them slide through. We got trolled by Track and Melly and them mama all the time. But this be the motivation when people like DJU or people like Fredo Bang or people like, these people that you won't suspect to be, Loose, yep, we had Loose Cannon. Shout out to Lil Kel True Movement for bringing Loose Cannon through. So we have people like that to slide through, you know what I'm saying? And it just be like, that be God like saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know what I'm saying? And that shit be meaning something. You know what I mean? That shit be meaning something. So that's the significance. Shout out to Anonymous Ones, and I'm glad you saw that too, Anonymous Ones, because you somebody that, me and you done talk, so this is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like motivation. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, we be doing this for so long. I'm saying we be doing this a lot of times, and you know, we just go, we just do it, we just do it. That's why I love to do this, and I do this out of the kindness of my heart. And that's why I say what I say, because as far as like the positive message and things of that nature, because that's really what I do it for. You feel what I'm saying? So when the success comes, that's gonna be like the cherry on top, because I was already enjoying what I was doing anyways. You know what I mean? I told y'all I enjoyed just talking to y'all. You know what I mean? Like, we a family over this thing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I mean? So, but I think that be God showing, God giving us, you know, a little motivation to keep going when people like DJ you and stuff pull through. You know what I mean? So appreciate him for that right there. Appreciate God for the motivation. Appreciate DJ you for pulling through. And I'm glad you guys saw that. You know what I mean?
Strategize how they can put a play to get out that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And this shit out here, this shit, niggas can ride on your page and say free RALO, niggas can say free whoever. But whoever doing that time has got to do that time.
Exactly.
Whoever kids out here got to live without, they baby mama got to pay their bills this month. And then the nigga needs some money on his book, so she got to work every day. She got to take care of the kids alone, try to find babysitters, kids being disrespectful and shit. Yep. And then she got to, if she don't come to visit the nigga, she lame as hell. She got to make some time to visit the nigga. Then she got to make time to make sure she pay all the bills, her car get ready, insurance, all kinds of shit really happen. Life is life. Yeah. It's not so for women to be able, like, bro, that's like the wildest shit in the world. Like, we don't take in consideration the woman out here. And then as soon as she get fucked up or something, get a meal, some shit, now she ain't stay down for you. You smell me? So, like, we gotta really strategically think about those women that's out here. You smell me? So, like, there's a lot of shit that
So you see what he's saying? He just piggybacked on what I said. Exactly. I'm telling you, he preaching, ain't he? He right. Like the women that while we in the streets and doing all that shit, think about the women. Think about our women. If she go get another dude, oh, she a pussy ass. But nigga, you got 15 years, nigga. She been making sure you kept money on your books. She been taking care of your children. She been taking care of the household. She been coming to see you. She been like, and you want this woman whole life to hold up because you went to jail? Listen, bro, trust me what I'm telling you. It's better for you just to find you something legal to do. That way you can raise your children and you won't put your lady in that situation and your family in that situation to move on without you. Trust me what I'm telling you here. Trust me now. I ain't telling you nothing wrong. It's so many ways to make legal money nowadays and more money than drug dealers. Most drug dealers broke. Trust me. Trust me what I'm telling you. Most drug dealers broke. You know what I'm saying? Bloggers, these bloggers making more than the average drug dealer. Trust me when I tell you. You know what I mean? So, think about it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Was able to identify that put me in the position that I'm in today.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, we're going to do one more question and we're going to go on the break.
After this one more question, we're going to switch and we're going to do
some of the craziest. You know, you being locked up, it's a lot of news. You know, life goes on. People die. A lot of crazy shit happens in the real world. What was the craziest news you got while you were locked up?
The craziest news I ever got when I was locked up was a nigga calling me a rat. I couldn't understand no shit like that.
I'm talking about the rats,
I'm real upset about that too.
Man, that shit, like, you go do all your time. You go stand on business. It's easy to tell. Anything go in that motherfucking town and get right out of jail. Think about you doing 6 years, hard time, 24 hours a day, sometimes, some months I stayed in the hole for months, not a week in the hole. You know how it feel to be in a room for 4, 5 months, can't come out that motherfucker?
Well, I do. I did 2 months in lockdown, 60 days in lockdown. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. That's when I told you, Tanel, I had that little pet spider. You know what I'm talking about? You be like Charlotte's Web in that bitch. Talking to yourself, nigga. I'm telling you, you think jail is bad. They got jail inside of jail. You know that, right? They got the ice hole. They got lockdown. Listen, I'm not no lockdown type of nigga. It's some niggas that can go to lockdown and motherfucking do years in lockdown. Not me. Nigga, I be in that bitch like Joe Biden. Grabbing imaginary butterflies and shit. With bubbles around my head and shit. Talking to myself, Mr. Puppy, Mr. Puppy. I'm talking about I be saying all kind of weird shit. Nigga, I have my full grown beard. Nigga, I be like, puppy, puppy, puppy. Every time the people come to my, you want me to feed you time for child? Puppy, 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 puppy. I be in that bitch crazy than a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, I be done went loony in that bitch by myself. My little pet spider be up there writing shit in the corner. Morita boy, I be puppy, puppy, puppy. That's all I say, puppy, puppy, puppy. I be crazy than a bitch in there. So listen, lockdown in jail is not a good place, bro. Trust me when I'm fucking telling you. Y'all know Morita. You know I'm tell you the truth. 30 days in, I'm like Howie Mandel on Walk Like a Man. I don't even know how to walk like a human no more. I'm walking on all four fours like a wolf, bitch. I done forgot 30 days in the lockdown. I done forgot how to be a human. I'm telling you, I be in that bitch. I don't know nothing no more. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to walk. I don't know how to do nothing. I be done went crazy. And the only thing I talk to is my little pet spider that I got. I open the little matchbox and I got a little spider that come out that bitch and I say, puppy, 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 puppy. That's all I say. Puppy mean everything in the human language for me. Puppy, you want something to eat? Puppy, puppy, puppy. It's cold outside. Puppy, puppy. I'm telling you. Fuck that shit. I don't be with that lockdown shit. No. Soon as I get out, bitch, I'm back. You know what I mean?
You get commissary. You so.
Yeah, that shit fucked up. I'm not the good in no lockdown.
You could have did that. So like that was like probably the worst shit. I had to really lose my mind to come out of that.
Is that one of the co-defendants or somebody who started that?
A nigga that wouldn't even know the case.
I'm telling you.
Like that.
I'm just telling y'all the truth, dog.
Nothing to do with nothing.
Bitch, I was going psycho in that bitch.
Trying to do anything for us around black.
I say you were upset about it, but when Boosie mentioned it, you really went.
The thing about people like the brother, I don't, whatever Boosie said, I love the brother. You know what I'm saying? Misguidance is what causes mankind to be ignorant. You know what I mean? He was led into that bitch. If he would have went fed or he would have at least talked to me and said, RALO, pull up with the paperwork and show me because this nigga saying this about you. This nigga saying this. You could have given me an opportunity to show you, like, look, John, this is what I'm on. But now, but what people are generally, if a nigga say something bad about you that ain't true or possibly, they want that shit to be true. They want that upon you. Because if a nigga, if all my do some lame shit, or any nigga I love, if my bitch do some lame shit, if a nigga tell me a nigga fucking my bitch right now, I mean you talking. I'm like, hell nah, that ain't going on. It's gotta be something else to this. It's got to be something else to this. I ain't gonna let no shit. Can't no nigga tell me nothing about my people without me going to my people and being able to say, hey, what's going on? Smell me? What's going on? Tell me, show me what's going on. If he would have done that, then we wouldn't be here today. If niggas would have did their investigation, their proper investigation, what's going on? Let me hear that whole phone call. Let me hear this. Let me do that. If you do your proper investigation, then you'll get the truth. You smell me? Investigate. That's what the fans do. They get their motherfucking truth. They get their facts. They prosecute your ass. Get your facts.
I'm gonna agree on RALO on one thing. If you really cool with RALO, you know what I mean, like you know RALO, like he's saying Boosie is and those type of people, and somebody told you something about him like he ratting and all that, I do agree that you should ask him first. Like you should come to him. You know what I mean? Just like the situation with Spoon, I asked him first. You know what I mean? Like when everybody was on that live, when the people from Reddit came for my ass and told us what they told us about his allegations. And if y'all remember, I didn't speak no more that live. If no more that live, I said anything. I played the live, and once the court proceeding was over, I ended the live. And then I talked to him, giving him an opportunity to tell me about that. You feel me? So he is right. If you fuck with somebody, you supposed to ask them. You know what I mean? Like y'all supposed to be cool enough. Now if that motherfucker don't tell you after you ask him, or he lie to you, or she lies to you, you know, that's a whole different story. You know, then evidently, you know, y'all friendship or whatever ain't as sacred as you thought it was. But I do agree that you're supposed to ask your friend or whatever, hey, is this such and such true? Give them an opportunity to defend themselves. Such and such said this, you know, is this true? You know what I mean? And get an opportunity. That's your friend. You know what I mean? That's how I think should happen.
And bring it to the table. That's what you do. You don't go do no lame shit like that to your man or nobody. Don't do that. Don't do lame shit to nobody. Just go up there and ask them, hey, look, what's going on? And then you make a decision yourself on how to
say, Marita, nah, gang, you'll be talking to yourself times to keep you sane. Yeah, I talk to myself. Hell yeah, in jail, it's my lockdown. When I had my pet spider, yeah, I was talking to my motherfucking self in that bitch all the time. You know the worst part. Listen, let me tell you what the worst is when you in jail and lockdown. When you go to ice hole. You know what ice hole is? Ice hole is where you can't see nothing. Like you can't see nothing but them four walls. That's all you can see. You can't they got the thing over the door, over the window, you know what I mean? That's in the door. And they can open it, they can see from that on their side, but they got that bitch closed. Where you can't see no clock. The worst thing to be in jail is where you can't see the sun or you can't see a clock. Trust me when I tell you this shit, nigga. If I put you in a room and you don't know whether it's nighttime or daytime, that shit torture. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna start doing though. You're gonna start timing your day by the meals. You know what I mean? You're gonna start timing your day by the meals, okay? If you know they feed you around this time, you know it gotta be around this time. But it's such, that shit to fuck with your mind not knowing what time of day it is. I'm telling you, bro. Real shit. You know what I mean? Not knowing what, a window is important. In jail, having a window just to see so you can know what time of day it is important. If you can see the clock, you good. You know what I mean? If you can see that motherfucking clock, you be good. If you can't see none of that, you're going to time your day on meals and shift change. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, but I need motherfucking, I need to be social. I'm a general population type of nigga. I like to be in general population. Put me in the jungle so I can maneuver. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a social type motherfucker. I need to be able to wheel and deal, get the weed, sell the weed, play cards, gamble, you know what I'm saying, get tattoos. I need all that. I need to be amongst all that type of shit. I can never do my time in lockdown. I got homeboys that done did years in lockdown. I can't do it. I be in that bitch like Forrest Gump. Puppy. I mean, that be like Joe Biden.
What the fuck you doing that for?
Hit the like button, guys.
I want to know that.
Have you spoken to him since?
I mean, we speak through, you know, I represent Wild and Loose. I stay down for, I talk to his mom. I do right by my people that's in jail because I was in jail.
Right.
Niggas that's dead and all that type of shit. We have mutual friends. I don't be with that telling a nigga to pick a side because I fuck with this dude. Smell me?
Hey, we gonna go and cut this RALO part off because I see RALO got a whole another hour, which is a great interview. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do 2 lives tomorrow too. This is our second live if y'all didn't understand tonight. This is our second live. We're gonna switch it and get on to some other topics that I had posted in the title. Because I want to make sure that I cover those topics. And what we're gonna do is I already got the time. We have 41 minutes of the RALO. I'm gonna write it down. 41 minutes of the RALO interview. So we're gonna pick up here tomorrow, and it's gonna be in the daytime. Right now we're gonna switch to what I had on here. What I had on here, some of these topics. Okay. We're gonna get Ray J out the way, y'all. They say Ray J going crazy, y'all. We gonna get Ray J out the way, dog. They say Ray J going crazy, motherfucking Z. So we're gonna do this one. Ray J. They say Ray J going crazy, y'all. Yeah, we ain't gonna spend too much time on Ray J. Yeah, y'all know Brandy brother.
Ray J.
Wow.
Okay.
They say Ray J going crazy. We gonna get into it real quick.
The world. He posted something early yesterday morning saying that he was suicidal, that he was very upset about things that had happened at the BET Awards. One of the things that he complained about, he said that he was locked out, and he didn't understand why they were trying to keep him away from somebody. He was very confused by this, and clearly, he said, very distraught. But now we have the first images of this, and he was indeed, he was pissed, locked out, and ended up shirtless because he went on a rant. And now what we are told by people connected to him is that he was working for the BET Awards. He was doing their digital version of their digital coverage. He was backstage. And so he was backstage all day. He was walking in and out of the Peacock Theater in downtown Los Angeles. But he didn't have his credential on. He just refused to put it on. Security spoke to him a few times about it, said you really need to have your credential on. And then finally at one point they said, nope, we're not letting you back in. You wouldn't put the credential on. We told you several times. Now you're going to have to stay outside. That's where this video picks up. And boy, Ray J hot.
Ray J, can I get a picture before you go?
He said how?
They didn't let me in the BT.
Well, they didn't let him in. He said they didn't let him in.
I didn't bring the gun on BT yet, but I hope he I'm standing proud of him.
Now, I don't know why his shirt came off, but he was, as you can see, like the sun had come down at that point. He was outside when it was still daylight, but clearly didn't want to leave and thought he was going to get back in.
Okay, so let me unpack this. So Ray J was working for the BET Awards. They say he kept going out and coming back in, and they want him to put his credentials on. But he like, nigga, I'm Ray J, nigga. You know, I done been in and out this bitch 1,000 times. You see me, motherfucker. I'm Ray J, I'm Brandy brother. Nigga, I feel both sides. You can put your shit on, but at the same time, nigga, you Ray J, nigga. I know you Ray J, nigga. But I think Ray J was going out. He smoked cigarettes too, y'all. Ray J smoked cigarettes, or he could have been going out to smoke some of that good gas. He could have been going out to smoke some of that good gas. But they say he had been working for BET all day. You know, he's a host. And I'm trying to disseminate what's happening here. Like, why did he go to full meltdown mode? As far as like him talking about the S word, he wants to unalive himself. I'm trying to figure out how you get from being mad at the bouncers at the security at the BET Awards to wanting to unalive yourself. That's the part that I'm trying to get to, but let's keep going.
What he said about bringing the ghetto. Yeah. Oh my God.
People close to Ray J basically said, you know, as a host, when you're hosting a show, you're not necessarily on the air the whole time. So he had breaks in between his TV hits, and they
Well, we should say though, I know Brendan. I know he said in the video that he's hosting. He wasn't the host of. Everyone saw on the award show.
No, it was the digital. It was the digital.
But the digital version backstage. Just want to be clear, because most people watching going, "Wait, Taraji was the host."
Right.
But yes, the digital version.
Right, and so the way it was described to me is the stage where he was hosting this backstage digital television version of it. Basically, he would go in and out of the door from the platform where he was standing, and he didn't have the credential on, and he kept walking by the same security guard. But the person said, well, you know, he did go out and get air and stuff about 15 times during the show. So the guard kind of got fed up and said, you know what, you're not coming back in this time. And that, I think, is essentially what you're hearing him on the video saying. He wasn't kicked out.
How does the guard say, oh, you're not going to finish the show because you're walking out?
Yeah, but also, why doesn't he put the credential on? Or Brendan, why didn't someone, like, I'm sure he had handlers were there, like someone can just carry the credential.
But wait a minute, that doesn't. Let me tell you why that doesn't make sense. If he walked in and out 15 times, they knew it was Ray J and they knew what he was doing. So,
but as Brendan said, what Brendan was told is that they told him, "Where's your credential?" They warned him.
I understand that, but at
so
a
you're
point,
saying that they know who he is, so just let him in.
It was Candace Masmacho. That's
what definitely.
Not really SLK. I mean, not really anonymous ones. If you smoke cigarettes and you drinking a little liquor. You drinking a little liquor at the BET Awards, you getting in your vibe, you feeling yourself, you might be smoking a little gas too. 15 times ain't a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you feel it. I mean, like, they say he was working all day for BET. It was still daylight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you probably don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? But if you smoke, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have been out that bitch about 15 times. Especially if I'm smoking some weed in between them cigarettes. Hell yeah. When I get my breaks, I'm going outside. You know what I mean? I'm going outside. Soon as I get through interviewing whoever coming down the little thing, and I'm drinking too, oh yeah, I'm going outside, man. I'm finna fire this bitch up. Or I'm finna have me a vape. Shit, yeah.
Should also mention that the people that we spoke to that are very close to Ray J say that he feels that this could have been a racial thing. The security guard at the end denied him the entry was a white guy, and from Ray J's standpoint, he feels that this could have possibly been a racial thing.
Which is weird for that guy's at the BET. I guess it's possible.
What, they can't have white security guards at the BET Awards?
No, they can have a white security guard, but if they start,
there were white people who attended.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying that they're discriminating. It's like,
right, that would be not the place to discriminate.
I swear, I'm with you too, SLK. I'm not saying it's a racial thing, bro. Like, we always like to throw that shit around, bro. Listen, I don't get it twisted. If it's racial, I'm with it. Like, if that's really what it is, we're not using that card. We calling it like it is. But I ain't calling that shit racial all the time, and it ain't, dog. Like, Ray J, if you would have put your thing on, be real with you, all of this could probably have been avoided. Because that's all the people were saying. You know what I mean? And I understand you, Ray J, and this guy knows you, Ray J, and you have been outside 15 times. This guy know who you is. He see who you is. And he could have gave you that leeway. But that's how shit happen. When people, in security, that's how shit happen when people give other people that leeway. And the next thing you know, like, I don't know what, I mean, you know what I mean? You might be a nigga come in and look like you know what I mean, nigga? I don't know. But just put your fucking thing on, Ray J. You know what I mean? And how do we get to the suicidal, excuse me, damn, I didn't mean to say that on YouTube. How do we get to the want to do something to yourself from you getting kicked out of the BET Awards? That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Hey, this is Thriller from Los Angeles. I can understand why Ray J was upset. It was probably also a long day, so going back and forth, and then doing those interviews or whatnot. But the security guard has to do his job, and especially with an event that size, you should just have your credentials on you. Period.
I've been backstage at these things. Someone can carry the credentials.
No, I get it. It's just
pretty simple.
Again, I just think
You're right. It was.
yeah.
And by the way, Ray J was still heated about this. He didn't get back. He never got back into the awards. He still went to an after party, and at that after party, he almost got into a big brawl outside on the street.
Wow.
He was in a shouting match with an exec from, I believe it's Zeus TV.
He was not having a good night.
No, definitely was
Not having a good night. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Oh, Ray J crashing out. So after that, he went to Glorilla's after party and got in an argument with a Zeus executive. Oh man, Ray J. Ray J on that good Fetty Wap, y'all. But no, I'm just joking. I don't know what's up with Ray J. I'm gonna leave my opinions to myself until we get some more information. All I know is he had a bad day. Remember the song? You had a bad day. He had a bad day. We just gonna say Ray J had a bad day, man. But I hope he's okay. Because he said that he might want to unalive himself. Allegedly, that's what they said. This is TMZ, so that's what they're reporting. I hope that's not true. And I hope that if that is what's going on, that Ray J gets some sort of help. Because we don't want that to be a outcome of this. And if anybody else is feeling that way, I would hope and I pray that you guys will get some help. They got hotlines, they got people that you can talk to. Sometimes when you're feeling that way, all you need is somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know what I'm saying? All you need is somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So just find you somebody that you can talk to, somebody to trust. It's people that you can call on the phone that won't tell your business. None of your friends or family got to know, and you can just talk to those people. You know what I mean? Until you don't feel that way no more. But we're going to move on. Let me see. So we got Ray J. We got Ray J off the list. I told y'all we were going to go hard tonight. This is our second live. We had DJ U stop through, boy. That let you know when you grind, that shit pay off. All right. We're going to go to Shannon Sharpe, y'all. We're going to go Uncle Shay Shay, y'all. We're going to go to Uncle Shay Shay. We're going to go to Uncle Shay Shay. Seems like Uncle Shay Shay been having some trouble lately due to the powers that be in the industry not liking the fact that Shay Shay has been letting people come on his platform and air out their dirty laundry and cast aspersions on some big wigs in the industry. Notably, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. They have problems with Shannon Sharpe because of the things that Cat Williams has said and the things that Monique has said on Shannon Sharpe's platform. So let's take a listen to what's been going on and the trouble that Uncle Shay Shay has been facing lately.
Is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notion, and they open up. That's what they're upset about. Because if you look at a lot of these people,
hit that like button. Please donate to the channel, guys. The Cash App is pinned in the chat. Hit that like button.
Many explosive interviews this year alone. And let's just say that some folks in the
They say Meg Thee Stallion went on Club Shay Shay and lied through her motherfucking teeth. That bitch hissed. With that song she got hissed, they say that bitch hissed through her teeth. Hit the like button, guys.
industry are not loving this one bit. This is because the interviews have exposed many
Thank you, Anonymous
of some of
Ones.
the industry's most popular and powerful people, including Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler Perry. It looks like Shannon is now dragging them for filth, exposing them for not only trying to cancel the show, but also trying to ruin his life for not taking down interviews after they asked him to. It looks like Shannon is now claiming that he also has more dirt on these people, and he's going to leak it if they don't back down. Y'all better get in the room, because Shannon is not here to play. Shannon Sharpe has had the world in a chokehold ever since he dropped his interview with Cat Williams at the start of the year. It was pure chaos, and that chaos has remained since that interview. And we We have seen the dark side of the industry that we rarely get to see. With all the juicy secrets that he spilled, it's no surprise that some powerful people want the podcast shut down before he spills even more tea. Shannon recently sat down for an interview and dished out all the gossip about the celebrities trying to shut down his show and sabotage him. They're even sending him threats. Those stars who were eager to be on the show, they disappeared into thin air. Now, everybody knows that the industry is chaotic, but these people are going to extremes with Shannon. Word on the streets is that Shannon's life could be in danger because the haters are in full swing.
I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me in the direction. I'm glad it did. I understand what comes along with that. But if you remember,
in this same interview, Shannon talked about all the crazy stuff he's been dealing with since Cat Williams' interview went viral earlier this year. He had a conversation with Cam Newton and shared why celebrities are comfortable.
Hey, you know what be funny when I was watching DJ Academic and he don't got YouTube Premium. I be like, nigga, bitch, I'm at the bottom. I don't have to have YouTube Premium, but you should have YouTube Premium. You know what I mean?
Enough to spill all their secrets on his podcast. And Shannon explained that before every interview, he makes it clear to his celebrity guests that they don't have to talk about certain topics if they don't want to, which makes them comfortable enough to tell their own story.
I said, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? I always ask the guests that. Sometimes they say, well, I'd appreciate it if we not talk about this. Cool, no problem. Because I believe you can tell your story without saying something negative. But yes, I believe a person that's been in a business, that's been doing something 10, 15, 20, 30 years, are more than one salacious story. That's what I believe. So if they say they want
Shout out
to
to Sweet Baby Strawberries.
but if they want to tell something, who am I to say, no, I don't know, you can't tell that. People are, Cam.
Now, one major thing that the haters have been using against Shannon is how he is not a real journalist. In his recent interview, Shannon made it clear that he is not a journalist and never claimed to be one. For those who might not know, Shannon is a highly successful retired NFL player who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. He went on to work as a sports commentator for several years after starting his Club Shay Shay podcast in 2020 during the pandemic. The podcast was pulling decent numbers, but things went wild with the Cat Williams interview, which currently has more than 70 million views already in his most viewed interview on Club Shay Shay. But the crazy thing about this is that the interview almost never happened. Shannon revealed that he had been trying to get Cat on the podcast for about a year before the episode finally came together. One day, he got lucky and ran into Cat's new manager, who connected him with Cat. Just a week later, Cat was on Club Shay Shay spilling all this industry tea. Now, Cat Williams knew that he was about to set the industry on fire because he made it more than clear.
They all coming.
Now they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I promise you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're going to be out there beat them off with a stick. You going to let him come in much as...
And boy, was Cat right about that. Because while Shannon was enjoying Club Shay Shay's success, he noticed that some folks in the industry weren't too thrilled and were attempting to sabotage his podcast. And that's not the whole story. Some celebrities upset by Shannon's achievements started labeling him and Club Shay Shay as troublemakers, accusing him of stirring up drama in Hollywood because of the Cat Williams interview. But it doesn't stop there. According to these insiders, these celebs, allegedly including Oprah and Diddy, were allegedly making moves to discourage other celebrities from appearing on Club Shay Shay. Oprah's conflict with Shannon began when he invited Monique to Club Shay Shay. Monique openly criticized Oprah, calling her a narcissistic manipulator. Monique accused both Oprah and Tyler Perry of cheating her and blackballing her career simply because she refused to do something outside her contract. For context, Monique and Oprah have been at odds for years. During their collaboration on the movie Precious, Monique chose to not participate in an unpaid, unscheduled press tour. This decision reportedly angered Oprah so much that she started spreading rumors about Monique being difficult to work with.
Because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now, Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability?
Of course, this didn't sit well with Oprah at all, and it's not hard to see why. Monique really went in on Oprah during her interview, and she definitely said her piece. It had people talking about how Oprah did Monique dirty. I mean, Oprah even shaded Monique for having negative energy, saying it's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combustive negative force.
That's that passive aggressive shit Oprah doing.
Negative energy where it is.
That's that passive aggressive shit she doing. Oh, if you meet negative with negative, it's only gonna be combustible. Bitch, you trying to sabotage my career behind those. Listen, let me tell y'all something real shit, man. Listen, man. These people be very good at hiding their true selves. You know what I mean? Listen, a narcissist, these are definitely narcissistic personality traits. These people be very cunning. They be very conniving. They be very shrewd at the way they operate. And as they get older, you go to seeing more and more shit. The mask beginning to slip, and you get to see who they are. But for a long time, these people are actors and actresses, and they know how to hide their true intentions. They know how to, finesse. They know how to play the game until they get to a point where they don't need to hide as much as they used to anymore. If this wasn't true, why Oprah came out and gave a statement? Now I mean, like, ain't nobody trying to lie on Oprah and Tyler Perry. They somebody that us black people looked up to, especially black people in entertainment. You know what I mean? So if you look at these shit, they just was talking shit about Oprah in Hawaii when they had the goddamn natural disaster over there. You know what I mean? Like, the Hawaiian people said she was trying to finesse them. She was trying to get people to donate to her charity in order to help the people of Hawaii because she got a place in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? But the money that they was gonna donate, she was acting like she was donating, like she was helping, but she wasn't. She wanted other people to donate, and then she was gonna use some of that money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Oprah Winfrey house and a couple more of them people houses over there, they shit didn't get touched. They didn't even allow the people to be on their land or whatever while the shit was going on. It was a whole bunch of shit. But Oprah Winfrey, a couple of them, The Rock was sucked into that whole bunch of them, man. They full of shit.
You have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. I would never stoop to try to meet somebody where they are negatively. Don't care who they are. After that, Monique was blackballed, and no one in the industry wanted to work.
And let's not talk about allegedly what they say Oprah be doing when she be traveling. I know she was on that goddamn, allegedly, on that Jeffrey Epstein island. You know what I'm saying? And word is, Oprah, they say Oprah get it in. This is all allegedly. This is fair use. None of this shit can be substantiated, nothing like that. But they say Oprah travels. And when she travels, she does pay for what she wants. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Oprah, round and round we go. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. They say Oprah, you know how niggas in the hood like to give chicks $40? They say Oprah give niggas $40. You know what I mean? Over in Zamunda, over in Wakanda. I'm telling you, they say Oprah Winfrey, yeah, real shit. They say she get it in. I'm telling you now. She just real hush about it. Something happened to us, Oprah, and that book come out. Watch y'all hear about that sex shit come out. Think about it. She got to be doing something. She ain't sitting there DJing all day. Put the needle on the record. She doing something. She ain't just DJing her pussy in the shower. She doing something. Get the fuck out of here.
Because they feared what Tyler and Oprah might do, allegedly. These two are titans in the industry, and when they decide to blackball someone, looks like it happens. To her credit, Monique has always fought against being silenced by the industry. Once she discovered that she was being blacklisted, she immediately called out those responsible.
I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
The wild part about all this is that Monique revealed to Shannon that she only received $50,000 for the Precious movie after extensive negotiations. While $50,000 might sound like a lot of money to regular folks like us, in Hollywood, it's pocket change that barely covers expenses, and don't even get started on the cost like hair, makeup, and other celebrity essentials, not including when Uncle Sam jumps in. Actress Robin Thede revealed about 80% of their income goes towards taxes, agent fees, legal fees, management, and other expenses. Following this logic, Monique likely only pocketed around $10,000 from the role, which she described.
That's crazy. Oprah only paid that woman, Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry, because they was producers on the movie. Lee Daniels directed it. Paid that woman $50,000. No, Oprah did Precious, my bad. So, $50,000. And she had to pay a lot of that in taxes and everything. They say she probably walked away with like $10,000. And that is a role that she won an Oscar for. And let me say this too. Did y'all see that last movie that Monique made? The one where she was the crazy lady, the murderer lady in the house? What's the name of that movie? Did y'all see that movie? Let me look it up. That bitch was good. Listen, Monique did her motherfucking thing in that movie. What's the name of that movie? Where she played like a... Who got them type of videos? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what, bro, they're talking about. What you got going on, bro? Let me see. What's that movie Monique got, dog? I got, that bitch good, bro. Let me see. Movies. That bitch was good, bro. The Reading. The Reading. That's the name of that bitch. Bro, that bitch was good, bro. I'm telling you. When she played the killer, I'm telling y'all, go see that bitch. I'm telling you, bro. She did that, bro. Yeah. The Reading. Monique, The Reading. Go see that. I might watch that bitch after I get off this motherfucker tonight. That bitch was good. Like, when I seen that movie, I say, damn. I say Monique did her thing in that bitch. For real.
Daylight robbery, plain and simple. This made Oprah look terrible. And if there's one thing that we know about Miss Oprah, is that she does not like looking bad. To make things even worse, around the same time, Oprah was accused of lowballing Taraji Henson. So Monique spilling the tea on Oprah just made...
Ain't that crazy what we got women in black women in the entertainment industry in movies and shit complaining about their low wages, and we got black people that's lowballing them, like Oprah and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. That's crazy.
Things even worse for her. However, Oprah is not the only one, because during this interview, Cat Williams also exposed Diddy for trying to get into his bed. Cat told the story of how Diddy tried to put moves on him for a very long time. He claimed that Diddy tried to seduce him for years and get him in his bed. And when that didn't work, he then threw money around and offered him $50 million.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Hey, I ain't gonna care when he said that P. Diddy be wanting the party. And you gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. Damn. Cat Williams was ahead of his time. Cat Williams set the tone for 2024. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And please donate to the Cash App. It is pinned in the chat.
I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need you to hear?
Just how desperate was Diddy to get Cat in his bed million for one night stands is just insane. And is it just me, or does it seem like Diddy enjoys the chase? It's a messy situation, and Cat also had people talking about Diddy's parties and the crazy stuff that went down. Again, the timing of this was messy as F because it was only about 2 weeks after Cassie filed her lawsuit in which she exposed him for gross misconduct. So Cat exposing him in a video with more than 70 million views probably didn't do him any good either. Then we have Tyler Perry, who was exposed by Monique when she exposed Oprah. See, Oprah was not the only one who blackballed Monique because Tyler also played a role in that. See, the movie Precious was produced by Oprah and Tyler, and they hated the fact that Monique was not willing to work for free. So they allegedly tag-teamed her. But Tyler Perry has always denied this, insisting that he didn't say anything about Monique or that he got her blackballed. He always insisted that if anything happened to her career or she lost out on
a nigga that used to sleep in his car blackballing somebody is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. A nigga that used to sleep in his car that was poor and broke and got blessed and came up out of that situation and doing that to somebody is crazy.
It was on her. It had nothing to do with him. She came into the podcast with so much fire and energy, especially when she went after Tyler Perry, claiming he and Oprah ruined her life. According to Monique, when she first caught wind of the situation, she decided to give Tyler the benefit of the doubt. She reached out, hoping maybe there was a big misunderstanding. But no, Monique said that she confronted Tyler. He straight up lied to her face and played these mind games like he didn't know what she was talking about. She said during her interview that Tyler eventually apologized and admitted that he messed up and swore he'd fix everything, clear her name, revive her career, and all that stuff. But it never happened because Monique said Tyler ghosted her after that.
Only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out.
And get this, y'all, she was not playing around. Monique insisted that she had an audio recording of a call with her husband, and Tyler Perry himself.
She did.
In that recording, she claims Tyler owned up to the starting of that rumor that got her blacklisted, admitting it was out of line and totally unfair. So with all this, it's honestly not all that surprising that Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler would want to shut the podcast down because it has made them look very bad. Even worse, Shannon has been hinting that he has more dirt on celebs that he's going.
Yeah, we seen that. It's on my page, Sweet Baby Strawberry. If you look down to the videos, we got that on the page. That shit got a bunch of views on my page. We got the live. That shit got about 3,000-4,000 views.
From leaking the tea because they know that it's going to be crazy. Well, you know the fans are all wanting to know what the tea is, and they believe in comments saying the industry hates what it can't control. Keep pushing. These people are so sick. That's the problem. The celebrities that have a problem do not want those stories discussed, unfolded, or told. It's sad to hear this, but the behavior of these celebrities validates everything Kat said during the podcast. Y'all, this situation is absolutely wild. But I gotta know what y'all feel about this. Do you believe Shannon's got more tea to spill and he has a whole lot of dirt that's gonna come out? Drop it down some comments below.
So Shannon Sharpe saying that if they keep fucking with him, that he gonna spill the tea on what he got on them. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to the people that he going after, I think they done fucked up with the wrong one because first of all, Shannon's a former athlete. He's a Hall of Famer. He done made his money already. He was on CBS, he was on Fox for a number of years, and he got Club Shay Shay, right? He ain't somebody that they can fool, and he on ESPN right now with Stephen A. Smith. He ain't somebody that they can bully around because his livelihood does not depend on Oprah or Tyler Perry. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Shannon Sharpe is a made man when it comes to entertain, like the sports entertainment. Like, what you gonna do? Rat him out to YouTube and try to get Leo Cohen to take his channel? Well, let me tell you about that. When you got big platform on YouTube, YouTube works with you more. Let me tell you why. Because when you got a big platform like Club Shay Shay, you make YouTube more money. That Cat Williams interview, I think they said got 70, 40, 70 some million views or something like by now. The amount of money that Shannon Sharpe made pales in comparison to the amount of money that YouTube made off of that interview. So YouTube gonna be looking at it like, okay, Oprah, you want us to take Shannon Sharpe's channel? Well, how is that gonna benefit us? If it ain't gonna benefit us more money than we gonna make off of leaving Shannon Sharpe on this platform, you can kiss our motherfucking ass. You better go to the courts and try to get some legal shit going on. That's how YouTube works. The bigger channels get more leeway because they make more money for YouTube. It's just simple business. I wouldn't get rid of Shannon Sharpe neither just because you mad. Fuck you, bitch. I'm making millions of dollars off of Club Shay Shay. Why would I get rid of this nigga? Because you mad about some stuff that somebody said on an interview about y'all? Bitch, you ain't even over here in the sports arena. Bitch, you is in movies. You know what I mean? He doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? And these are people's opinions. So, I don't think they're going to be able to put very minor, minute pressure on Shannon Sharpe. And they better not piss him off because he's not somebody that you can bully. Shannon Sharpe is not the type of person that's going to just conform to somebody telling him he better do something. He's not going to do that. That infringed on what he built. He built Club Shay Shay up. You got Cat Williams going up the bat for him. He created a safe place for people to come and talk their shit and tell the tea on other people. And that's what they already wanted to do anyway. Plus, they can get a bag and get a bunch of views. Shannon Sharpe podcast can make your career take off again, and that's what people are understanding. When Cat Williams interview went crazy, that shit put a lot of people back on, a lot of comedians back on. Hell, Mike Epps came on the thing and said, "Goddamn, Cat, why you ain't say my name? I need the publicity." Mike Epps started a fake bullshit beef with Cat Williams just so he could get involved in the melee, even though him and Cat Williams is friends. I'm telling you, people, that shit, you know what I mean? Now you see everybody going sitting on Shannon Sharpe couch now. We saw Meg Thee Stallion, hot potato ass, sitting on the goddamn couch. Megan Good, all of these people sitting on that couch. The man done made a spot, man. You know what I mean? He's rivaling all of these podcasts. Like, real shit. Shannon Sharpe up there. Like, he on Vlad ass. You know what I mean? Vlad done been doing it for a long time, so Vlad got him by mile. But other than that, I don't see nobody else on the internet doing interviews that's in Shannon Sharpe lane. You know, we got the Art of the Dialogue and we got all of these other people, and shout out to DJU. But, you know, it's a difference between, you know, Shannon Sharpe shit and they shit. You know, they doing rappers and shit like that. Shannon Sharpe doing entertainers. You know what I'm saying? So the only person I can see is like that is like Vlad. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know, maybe Art of the Dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Witty Apparatus maybe. You know what I mean? But I'm saying he carving out a niche for himself. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Audio Crack 22, yo. So, hey, y'all biting off some shit, y'all. I think this gonna be a nice little battle here, but I don't think Shannon conforms. I think Shannon continues to do what he does. I have never seen him conform or be bullied. You know what I mean? So I think Shannon will say, "Fuck you, Oprah, bitch." You know what I mean? And I think he'll beat the shit out of Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes. Let's move on. Let's see here. I want to go to Terrence Gangsta Williams. I was watching Terrence Gangsta Williams' interview on Say Cheese the other night, and something stuck out to me, guys. Something stuck out to me. And I want to see, I want to make sure that I can stop it on that point. It's the one where he said Slim has way more money than Birdman. And Birdman actually a real gangster. It wasn't none of that he said in that video. I'm gonna tell you what stuck out to me. I'm gonna try to see if I can play it. I think it's coming up on that. Just give me a second.
Down the road. So
There are spots where no camera's not at. And me, the type of person, I'm like this. Now with all these cameras, like you said, all that, I'm gonna. And some things don't be working too, but I'm gonna make sure I'm masked up for number one, because it's COVID. I'm gonna stick to my COVID thing. And number two is I'm gonna get a stolen car.
Right, but you got tattoos. So would you cover? Are you gonna cover up? What are you gonna wear?
Yeah, I'm never going shot calling hot or no key. I'm gonna have my long sleeve on. I'm all black or whatever, but I'm gonna have on everything. I'm covered up. That's why I don't know. That's why I just told you. That's why I'm burning the car, because even sometimes you hear certain stuff come out. You know, a lot of people dust into stuff. I used to watch some of the stuff in TV in jails. I'd be like, man, he almost got away with it, but he did. Yeah, so. Getting away with a crime where it seems hard, it's easy too, because you gotta keep in mind, majority of the crime that they crack to be the counterfeit of somebody been and told them.
Yeah.
This is what happened. This is how they be so excited they got away with it. Like, so how did you guys do that? Well, this is how we did this. We had this truck here, and we split the corner, we jumped out this truck, we jumped in this truck, and went back this way. So I was like, wow, this stuff crazy. So I hope I don't never have to do that, because right now I've been in a good space, but I promise you, Sean, like, you know, getting up 3, 4 in the morning is like one of the best times, you know, to go. It's easy to. If I wanted to really live the life of crime, I could. But I know, in my mind, I just be so scared that they got a bad weight when I know they'll lose. They would literally lose you, hide you in the federal system. I don't never want to go through that again, so that's why I always just stay in my own lane. I think from the next man. I just be enjoying life, because I know that, yeah, I might get away with it. I might get away with tomorrow, today, but eventually, if I keep living that life crap, someone will catch up with me.
I told you.
Definitely gotta bring you back next month, man. This is a classic. I still got like 30, 40 questions to ask you. I mean, your story is amazing. People are embedded in your story. They're obsessed with your story. They fiend for your story. Definitely got to bring you back, man. I'm speechless still. Last thing though, when's the last time you've been back to New Orleans? And when you're in New Orleans, do you watch?
Well, I'm trying to say something.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem they got today. Social media. They gotta jump on there and brag.
Why? Okay, you said that you would get a rental car, but regardless of what car you in, the traffic cameras can still follow your whereabouts, though, right?
Yeah, but
hold on, y'all.
Caught down. When they slide to get away with it, they gotta tell somebody.
Hold on. No, I thought about. I put the time up there. I'm tripping.
So that's how they get caught now. Me at this old age.
Okay, I got it.
My thing is, I'm gonna slide solo, put that work in, and I'm gonna slide around the way. And I ain't gotta work. Well, that's why I'm gonna eliminate that situation. My next thing.
So they asking Terrence Gangsta Williams if he had to do a crime, a murder and shit, a crime today, what would he do and how would he do it and how would he get away with it? To get away with it, right? I want you to listen to something that he say. That shit stuck out to me like a bitch. Check this out now. It's at let me see. Should be coming up.
Is I'm gonna do stuff by myself now. Because
why by yourself?
Why by yourself?
Why by yourself? Not nobody else.
Because it's always now. Because I thought I was one of the realest to walk uptown New Orleans, and look how it turned out. So a person could appear to be a gangster, hardcore, with that gun in their hand, as long as you get away with it. But it always gonna be that thought in my mind: if we get jammed up, is my Cody gonna stay strong? Because while I'm trying to stay strong, I don't want to tell them. I'm trying to. And now I'm looking, if they got to separate it with one donor, now I'm looking, if they call it for alternative, where he going? What's going on? I'm hoping he ain't go to the table first on me and drop the state, but they say the first one to take it the best deal. So if I'm buying, I'm going to be thinking that way, my supposed to be snitch on.
Did y'all hear what he said? He said he gonna go alone. You know why he gonna go alone? He said because he thought he was one of the realest niggas to ever walk the streets of motherfucking New Orleans. And he say so he'll be afraid to do a crime with somebody else because if he told, then they'll tell too. Damn. That's a hell of a statement. I'm going to let y'all listen to it again. Some real shit, huh?
Why by yourself? You said this twice already.
Listen
by
to shit.
Not nobody else.
Pay attention.
It's always now, because I thought I was one of the realest to walk uptown New Orleans. And look how it turned out. So a person could appear to be a gangster, hardcore, with that gun in their hand, as long as you get away with it. But it always gonna be that thought in my mind, if we get jammed up, is my Cody gonna stay strong? Because while I'm trying to stay strong, I don't want to tell them, I'm trying to, and now I'm looking, if they got to separate it in one donor, now I'm looking, if they call it for eternity, where you going, what's going on? I'm over here.
Do y'all hear what he said? Y'all better catch that. Y'all better catch that. I caught that. You can't get shit past me. I caught that. He said the reason why he would do a crime by himself is because he saw that he thought that he was one of the realest that ever walked the streets of New Orleans. And look how he turned out. He's saying, I told. Me, gangster, I told. So if I told, it's hard for me to believe that another nigga won't tell. I'm gonna play it for you again. Y'all better motherfucking catch on. This a real nugget here. This a real nugget here.
Why by yourself? You said this twice already. Why by yourself, not nobody else?
Because it's always now, because I thought I was one of the realest to walk uptown New Orleans. And look how it turned out. So a person could appear to be a gangster, hardcore, with that gun in their hand, as long as you get away with it. But it always gonna be that thought in my mind, if we get jammed up, is my Cody gonna stay strong?
All right, SLK.
I'm trying to stay strong. I don't want to tell them. I'm trying to. And now I'm looking, if they got to separate it in one donor, now I'm looking, if they call it for eternity, where you going? What's going on? I'm over here going to the table first over and drop the statement. They say the first one to take it the best deal. So if I'm buying, I'm going to be thinking that way. I'm supposed to be going to snitch on. I want to go drop it down. So
that's the only part in the Terry Gangsta Williams interview that I highlight that stuck out to me, because there you have somebody like Terrence Gangsta Williams who, like he said, thought he was the most gangstest person to walk the streets of New Orleans, and he's saying that even I told. That's let you know that inside he feels bad about what he did in order to get out of jail. Now I'm not saying he wouldn't do it again, but he does feel a way about that. He does feel like that is a blemish on his gangster street rep, and it is. And right there by that statement, he let me know that he feel that way himself. Now, I'm not saying that shit is, that he wouldn't do it again, because at the end of the day, he more happy that he free than the fact that he got a scratch on his street record or his image, his street image. You know what I mean? But you got to pay attention to what he's saying. What he's saying is, if I told a lot of motherfuckers to tell. So if I do a crime, I'm going to do it by myself. Y'all better pay attention to that. We're going to end this live. We hit all the topics. We're going to go live again tomorrow. We're going to finish the RALO interview, and then we're going to do whatever else pop up for current events tomorrow. We did 2 lives a day. We did 2 lives back to back. We've been grinding. Shout out to TN Bowens. Shout out to Audiocrat 22. Shout out to Flyboy Michael 4. Shout out to Nephew for Real. Shout out to It's Aaron's Way. Shout out to Chick 1000, aka the Chick 1K. Shout out to SLK, Some Like Cloud TV. Yo, Inglewood. Shout out to Deputy Eula. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Sweet Baby Strawberries. Let me go to the thing so I could go to the chat to make sure I see everybody. Shout out to Anonymous Ones. Shout out to Silk Foster Jr. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to his Instagram. Shout out to Trigger Man. Tell him, goddamn me, it's gonna be alright. Ho, I slid through and supported my boy Trigger Man. Tell him, goddamn me, tonight in the chat. Shout out to Ronald Mack. Y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Gangland. Shout out to my girl, Invisible Woman Adrian. Shout out to Nay Said It. Shout out to Slime Life Max. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to Miss Italy D. Shout out to Dre 6100. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Illuminegro. Shout out to Raw Nature. Who else? Shout out to Fraser HK, my guy from Australia. Who else? Shout out to Richard Supreme. Shout out to Sky Mosaic. Shout out to Third Eye Mafia. Appreciate you, gang. Who else? Shout out to DJU. I forgot we had DJU stop through tonight. That's crazy. I almost forgot about the DJU. DJU go crazy. Shout out to DJU for stopping through and supporting the channel tonight, man. That's love, man. Appreciate you, gang. Y'all go subscribe to DJU channel, man. Yeah, DJU stopped through tonight, man. Know what I mean? Appreciate you, DJU. Who else? Yeah, he stopped through. Shout out to Fortune. Who else? I'm trying to make sure I get everybody's shots out tonight that I seen in the chat. We got a lot of bodies tonight, y'all. Shout out to Lord's Gift. SLK got a lot of bodies. SLK here. SLK a fucking murderer. He just was murdering bitches. Shout out to Smitty G. SLK didn't give a fuck. He just was getting them bitches. You said the wrong thing. He was wiping noses, bro. I swear. This nigga a serial killer. This nigga SLK like a mass murderer. Hey, shout out to the chat. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna be live again in probably the next about 5 or 6 hours. You know, it's Friday, so I gotta make sure that I'm in the algorithm. You know what I mean? We hit them with 2 lives a day, so we probably did about 7 or 8 hours on live. We hit them with one earlier that got about 12, 13. That one got about 1,500 views, which is pretty good. We doing good. We going up. Do me a favor, make sure you guys hit that like button because my son brought this to my attention. We be having 3,000 views, 2,000 views, 15,000, 1,500 views, but we only have like 40 or 50 likes. So when you catch this on the replay game, do me a favor and hit the like button, man. Just please hit the like button because when you hit the like button, YouTube shows my videos to a wider audience and that puts me in the algorithm that exposes my videos to a larger amount of people and that helps the channel grow, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you for doing that. Share the video. When you jump in the comment section, leave a comment, man. Tell me where you're from. If it ain't nothing, just be like, tell me where you're from. You know what I mean? Or tell me if you got any, if you want to share your opinion on a topic that we went over in the video. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all. Like, share, comment to this video. Thank y'all. Chill.